thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Yeah. What's up? It's that boy Coach Malachi Williams in the building. We back. New media today, USA Boxing. We are back. Be back in this BIH. You feel me? Let's let the notifications go around the world and let YouTube, let everybody know that we on live today. It is what it is. And we're going to make it do what it do. We're going to have a damn good show. Today, class is going to be in session today. I haven't done one of these in a while, where I just break this shit down, the psychology of, just the psychology of, of just certain, I just say, we ain't going to call them fanboys. I think these guys are a little something more than fanboys. What's going on? We're going to break this shit down today. This is beyond fanboys. We're going to break it down today, right? Now, question I have is this. As a matter of fact, before we get into the show, let's give everybody a round of applause. Some people will be upset about what I'm going to say today. That's fine. Some people may like what I'm going to say today. That's fine. Some people may unsubscribe today. That's fine. Doesn't make me no never mind. My job is to lay it out there. I'm going to lay it out there and let the chips fall where they're made. It is what it is. As a matter of fact, let's talk. Let's go ahead, man. Shout out to Pauline in the building. Folk text with the link. Reed, Thomas Cruz. What's happening? Big Ron from Vermont. What's going on, fam? The PBC Central. What it is. Let's see. Mike Wilson, Frank the Tank. What's happening, bro? The one and only. And that's all I see in the chat right now. So let's go. Question I have is this. And it's a legitimate question. And whatever answer you come with is the right answer. It's not a wrong answer or a right answer for this. Because depending on how you view it, you know what I mean? You see it the way that you see it from your own personal perspective. You understand what I'm saying? And I get it. Whether you love them or hate them, whatever you go with, that it is what it is. You see what I'm saying? But now, will Canelo get credit if he beats Triple G? Serious question. Can Jermall Charlo be an all-time great at middleweight? I know you're saying, what the hell you mean can he be an all-time great at middleweight? Because in an interview he did with Brian Custer, and I have the interview where this is the interview where he said he'll move down to 154 and fight Terrence Crawford. When they asked him, they say, out of all the fighters in the world who we haven't spoken about right now today, what is that one fighter that you wish that if you can get in the ring with, you would love to fight him, you would love to put hands on him? And he said, I would love to fight Terrence Crawford. That'd be the guy I want. Yeah, that's right, Crawford. You heard me. Yeah, I'll move down to 154 to fight you, Crawford. That's the video. And that video, he talked about, yeah, man, he's going to stay at middleweight, and maybe he could become an all-time great at middleweight. Maybe break Bernard Hopkins' record. The man brought up B-Hop. I can't make this shit up. He brought up B-Hop. True. The problem I have with some of these fighters, my opinion, and their fans, is the bar is set so low nowadays. And you have a bunch of new booties. And not only just new booties, I can't even say that because the casuals are the casuals. I'm not going to say anything bad about the casuals because you don't know what you don't know until you know it, right? And everyone who, and so I'm not mad at the casuals. If you don't know, you're just learning the sport. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not talking about the casuals, right? But when you are a casual, you can't be arguing and debating with people, in my opinion, when you have limited information, right? You can't present yourself as though you're an expert in something when you don't even know what a check left hook is or a trap counter is. Actually, what a trap counter is, you can't even tell. So I don't need to know what it is, but my favorite YouTube channel is the one to educate me. Oh, okay. All right, cool. That's fine. Now, question I have is that can he be an all-time great at middleweight, and will Canelo get credit if he beats Triple G? Let's go. Now, will Canelo get credit if he beats Triple G? I seriously doubt it myself, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because Triple G is looked upon as being an old man and past his prime at the moment. So if Canelo was to beat Triple G, it's going to be, oh man, you beat an old Triple G. The man look a lot older now. He's old and past his prime. And guess what? Whoever feels that way has a valid point. They have a valid point. I don't care. I know some Canelo fans not going to like this, but they do have a valid point. They do have a valid point. Now, we don't know what the outcome is going to be. You know, maybe Triple G may reverse the hands of time and shock everybody. If you're a diehard Triple G fan, that's probably what you're hoping for or looking for. We'll see. We'll see. Some would say that Canelo Alvarez right now he's in his prime. He's in his Amazon prime right now. Yeah, he just lost to Dimitri Bivol, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? But some would say he's in his Amazon prime. Some would say he's still pound for pound number one. Some would say that yeah, pound for pound number one in Amazon Prime. Some would say he's even the face of boxing, yada, 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 yada. Right? Some would say that. Now, in a recent interview, Canelo told reporters that he plans on stopping Triple G this time around. And to be honest with you, I kind of believe him. I kind of believe him. He seemed like he really doesn't like Gennady Golovkin. I don't know what it is. I think Canelo probably didn't want to fight this guy again. And Triple G insisted that he get this fight with him and whatever. So, assuming that if Gennady Golovkin was to lose this fight, no matter what the outcome, how bad it is, how good it is, or whatever, I can't feel sorry for him because he begged for this. He asked for it. Just like I didn't feel sorry for Nonito Donaire when Inoue, the monster, put them paws on him and stopped him. He stopped him in the second round, something like that. You know, when you're an old fighter and you begging for the ass whooping, and then you end up getting the ass whooping, it's hard for me to feel sorry for him. I'm like, hey, man, he asked for that shit, man. He asked for it. He asked for it. True. Now, can he do it? Can he stop him? Has yet to be seen. Let's talk about some of the double standards and biases that we see coming from certain boxing communities as it relates to certain fighters. What is confirmation bias, guys? You know, if some of you guys are new to this channel, I talk about confirmation bias a lot. Last year, I did a whole presentation of what confirmation bias is, victimhood mentality is, what a victimhood mentality is. You know, I talked about, what else I talked about? Damn, I forgot everything that I talked about in there. I talked about critical thinking skills, and I talk about emotional attachment, right? Oh, this shit finna get good today. I can promise you that. Now, confirmation bias is the tendency to search, interpret, you know, and let's say you're doing some research, right? Confirmation bias is pretty much a tendency to search for, interpret, favor, and recall information in a way that confirms or supports one's prior beliefs or values. What does that mean? That means that whenever, let's say you feel a certain way about a certain fighter and you might be dead as wrong about it, or it just may be very opinionated. There's nothing factual about it. You'll try to find any and everything, circumstantial evidence, or try to find anything to confirm what you already want to believe to support your claim. And contrary to popular belief, there may be a plethora of information that goes totally against, and that can show you that your logic and what you're thinking as it relates to this particular subject matter is wrong. You would totally ignore that and only agree and find certain things that fits your narrative, i.e., some of your favorite YouTube channels. Some of your favorite YouTube channels are the confirmation bias that you clamor for in order to support what you already want to believe. A lot of people, pretty much most people are like that, to be honest with you. Very few people use critical thinking skills. I'm going to break that down in a minute, right? Now, people display this bias when they select information that supports their views, ignoring contrary information, or when they interpret ambiguous evidence as supporting their existing attitudes. What do I mean by that? Oh man, goddamn, my fighter, he'll knock this dude out. What are you basing that on, sir? He hasn't knocked anyone out in 1972. Oh, well, because this fight over here that I don't like, he got dropped by another fighter. And you're saying all that to say what? So that means we automatically know what my fighter gonna do to him. Yeah, but when he got up, he stopped the dude. Not only did he stop him, he knocked him out. Well, I don't want to talk about that part. I just want to talk about the part that support my claim that we can talk about on the channels that I rock with. Okay, brother. You do know that's confirmation bias, right? I went to my other channel and they said facts. Well, you do know just because they said it with conviction, because they said facts with conviction, that does not mean that what they said is true. Read this part right here, what he said right here. See this part, this is what they said in the interview. Yeah, but you only played part of the interview, sir. You omitted the other part that was very, very crucial that you're going to need in order to come with a well-formed decision. And you did that intentionally. Let's continue, right? Now, the effect of confirmation bias is strongest for the desired outcomes, for emotionally charged issues, and for deeply entrenched beliefs. When you dig deep and you got a deep belief in something, we're talking about boxing. When you dig deep and you got that emotional attachment, emotionally charged, if you criticize one of these guys' favorite fighters, they get all emotional. They get, as B-Mac would say, very moist. True, true, true. That little tink go to tingling. They get very moist. Some guys, if you criticize Canelo Alvarez, oh my God! But I don't heard some dedicated channels out there. You criticize Canelo, oh my God, boy! It's like, oh man, woo, boy. I don't see some channels. If you criticize Errol Spence, oh my God. Woo! Boy, it's like, boy, they want to go to war with you. If you criticize Tyson Fury, oh my God. If you criticize, this is one channel I know, this is one channel, I'm not going to say his name. This dude has a serious man crush on Terrence Crawford. Oh my God, I think it's a young dude too. He looked like he ain't really got them all. He ain't really got all his marbles. But boy, oh my God, boy. And I look at some of these guys, some of these, like, I'm like, what the fuck is this? This is so foreign to me. But I gotta call it. I gotta call it the way I see it. I gotta call it the way I see it, right? I gotta call it the way I see it. You see what I'm saying? Now, the effect is strongest for desired outcomes, for emotionally charged issues, and for deeply entrenched beliefs. People who lack critical thinking skills suffer the most from confirmation bias. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about Canelo. And this is what goes on. What's going on online is you got a lot of these people, they really suffer from, they lack critical thinking skills. We're going to break all this shit down. So now, what does this have to do with the subject matter of today, coach? Will Canelo Alvarez get credit if he beat Triple G? Can Jermall Charlo become one of the all-time greats in the middleweight division? I'm finna tie all this shit together and wrap it up in a nice little bow for you. I used to do this a lot last year. Now I'm going to be back on my bully shit. I want all the smoke. Past few days, we haven't been able to open up the phone lines because we haven't got the likes. So I do know a lot of my detractors watch the show, but they just don't want to hit the like button. That's fine. We don't have to open up the phone lines. That's fine. I'm not even tripping on it. I'm just going to cook, and then we're going to move on till later on, okay? Now, let's see what it is. Shout out to you. What you say, fam? He said the only sport where for some reason you can't have a differing opinion or you don't know shit about boxing. Okay. Eddie Val say moist, the sweetest of the moisture. True. Let's see. Big Ron, he say, whoa, he just represented for the Crawford fan base. I don't know what it is, man. That dude got some serious issues over there. Knocked down 305. What did he say? He said, we're talking about grown men. Knocked down 305. They are grown men from a physical standpoint, but from a psychological standpoint, my brother, they far from it. They are far from it. They are far from it. PBC Central said the same thing with Spence and Andrade. Sticky, what he say? He said Charlo was a clout chaser. Okay, seems like it. Some people would say that. He'd call people name out. You said, all facts, no printer. Facts! Y'all know who I'm talking about. Y'all know who I'm talking about. They've been around for a long time on YouTube, these channels. See, let me tell you something, right? I ain't saying no names, so I don't want nobody saying, oh man, you hating. I haven't said one name. Don't try to project on me what you are. I haven't said one name. If you throw a rock in the pack of dogs, as the great Malik El-Shabazz says, better known as Malcolm X, if you throw a rock in the pack of dogs, it's the hit dog that hollers. It's going to be a whole lot of hollering today. That's okay. It'll be all right. We'll survive, okay? Miguel Gomez, what's happening, fam? Jerome Benjamin with the Lick Reed. Drumming for whole life. What's happening, bro? Let's do it. Shout out to the Queen Lisa Bells in the building. Always good to see the sisters. Little Green Eyes P in the building. The good doctor, Dr. Paul Evans, and my sister Lisa Bells. Let's do it. Let's do this. Now, I think that if Canelo beats Triple G, he won't get the credit for beating him, right? And to be honest and fair, right? I mean, you can make an argument and say, oh man, he beating up an old man. That is true. If you are a Canelo fan, you do have to at least acknowledge that, right? You do kind of have to acknowledge that. This dude kind of old in the tooth, man. Goddamn, it's a foregone conclusion, pretty much what's going to happen. Now, that doesn't mean that that's exactly what's going to happen. You get what I'm saying? But I got the video right here. You get what I'm saying? But but dude, 40 years old, man. He's 40. Not 40 years old. He's 40 years old. He's 40. He's 40 years old, right? He's an old cat. You see what I'm saying? So this is pretty much what it is. If he beats him, he's supposed to beat him. He's a 40-year-old man. I believe that Canelo Alvarez is in his prime. He's in his Amazon Prime. Canelo Alvarez is in his Amazon Prime. And I don't, me personally, and I know this is going to piss some Triple G fans off, but I'm going to just be honest with you. I think that, hell, by Triple G becoming older now, and Canelo is in his prime, I just feel like that, hey, man, Triple G, I don't see him winning this fight. I'm just being honest with you. I don't see him winning this fight at all. I don't see him beating Canelo. I just don't. I honestly see him getting stopped. And I see him getting stopped to the body. Just being honest with you. Texas Bulldog Boxing. Hey, okay. Dropping that $2. Bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Now this guy right here is a diehard aerosexual. He's Texas Bulldog Boxing. Most of these dudes in Texas are very, very moist from what I'm seeing, and when it comes to aerospace. This guy here, Texas Bulldog Boxing, is a diehard aerosexual. Much love to the brother, though. But I gotta call it the way I see it. But I'm gonna answer your question though. And then he says no. And look how he prefaced the questions. And no Errol leftovers, while ignoring the fact that Errol Spence fought Keith Thurman's leftovers when he beat Sean Porter. Some would say that was Keith Thurman's leftovers. When he beat Danny Garcia, some would say that's Keith Thurman leftovers. When he beat Kell Brook was already broken up by Triple G. But yeah, this is the confirmation bias that I'm talking about. So Buzz 3 best wins at 147. You want to limit it to that? I would say Sean Porter's number one, Kell Brook, and I'll say Jeff Horn. The reason why I say Jeff Horn, because that was his first fight at 147. And he moved up from 140. And this is the guy, Jeff Horn, that beat Manny Pacquiao. But I understand your angle, though. I understand your angle. But you might not stay until the entire show. I'm pretty sure you won't.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
PBC Central, he said all Thurman leftovers. Exactly, all Thurman leftovers.
True.
So let me break this aerosexual down off real proper light. Mr. Aerosexual, Texas Bulldog Boxing. Guess what, sir? This show is about you. You made the Wall of Fame today. Let's break this down. Let's break this down, guys. Let's see. This show is going to be about you. Shake that, work that sojo boy. This is what's going on. I know you very well. I know you very well. I know, because I've been doing this a little bit, so I'm familiar with all of the names, the avatars, stuff like that. Yada, yada, yada. I'm very familiar with you guys. So let's break this down, guys. What is confirmation bias? Let's break this down. Confirmation bias is the tendency to process information by looking for or interpreting information that is consistent with one's existing beliefs. Let me break this down and show you what this guy angle is coming at. So he's a diehard aerosexual. So when he said that, hey man, give me Bud's 3 biggest wins, and no Thurman's no Spence leftovers. So he's showing the confirmation bias right there. What he's saying is, if Spence beat the same people if Crawford beat the same people that Spence beat, that doesn't count because those are Spence leftovers. That's the confirmation bias right there. So he only wants to find information that fits his narrative while ignoring the fact that some of the dudes that Errol Spence has beaten were Keith Thurman leftovers. Leftovers meaning you beat a guy that someone else already had beaten. So we're going to discredit that. But we're going to credit that same guy for fighting another fighter's leftovers. Your words, not mine. Confirmation bias. Let's continue. Now, this guy right here, Texas Bulldog Boxing, again, he is a diehard aerosexual. It is what it is. He's a diehard aerosexual. So, but anyways, let's go ahead and break them all proper real life, right? So let's go ahead and let you guys see this. We got another super chat. Let's see. Texas Bulldog Boss. He say Thurman a factor. I guess he's saying right. And he say right and nah. You made my point, bro. I don't understand, bro. Like what you say in nah. What is nah, bro? You need to learn how to spell, fam. Shout out to Texas Bulldog Boss. He said you made my point. No, sir. In your confirmation bias world, I made your point in your world. I know you moist right now, sir. I know your mouth is watering over Errol Spence. I get it, Texas Bulldog Boxing. I know you very well, so I know your little tingling right now. We wasn't even talking about Crawford or Spence. This is about Canelo. And, I brought up some of those fighters to talk about the different fan bases, but you are the guy that I'm talking about, sir. You're making my point. Every time you send them little funky ass $2, you're saying I'm making your point, sir. You making my point. You're showing your moistness right now. As my brother B-Mac would say. You're a little tingling. You're not going to win this today, sir. I'm going to body you. Watch this, sir. Watch this. Let me go and hit you.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
This guy's probably from your local Alphabet Boy channel. More than likely he is. Texas Bulldog. I don't know what it is about. Not all of them, because my brother E-Thrill and them, they not like that. But, bro, I don't know what it is about them aerosexuals from Texas, bro. Y'all so moist. I don't know if it's the lean. I don't know what it is, man. But, bro, y'all got to get that shit together. Man, y'all got to get that shit together, man. Anyways, let's go ahead and do this here, man. Make this whole show about you today. Shit. It's supposed to be Canelo. It's supposed to be about Canelo, Triple G, and Jermall Charlo. But, since and guess what? And if I get the likes up, I'll let you call in and you can speak your piece. I'll listen to you. True. Anyways, let me go ahead and break this nigga off something. All right, now, here we go, guys. Here we go. Let's go ahead and break this off right quick. Let me break this down for you guys, right? Class is in session. Now, confirmation bias, the tendency to process information by looking for or interpreting information that is consistent with one's existing beliefs. His existing belief that Terrence Crawford ain't shit and Errol Spence will beat his ass and this and that and he the big fish and yada, yada, yada. That's his existing belief, right? But since you are here, sir, you know, it amazes me how you guys come over here with this bullshit, you know, and Texas Bulldog Boxing. You've been watching me for a while. You know I ain't nothing to be fucked with. You know I know your heart, right?
Yes. Yes. Surprise. You gay. That's not all. Go in there. Yes. Yes.
It is warm.
Yes. I love you. Just because.
Man, look here, man. Boy. All in the Kool-Aid don't know the flavor. This for all you fanatics out there talking about, yeah, man, you know, like this and what the nigga in the chat said. He said, yeah, man, Bud been quiet since Spence called them out and all this stuff there. Both men have been quiet. And the fact of the matter is, I know you guys suffer from confirmation bias. I know what YouTube channels that you rock with. I get it, I understand. You know, you guys feel some type of way about Crawford. There's nothing wrong with that for feeling some type of way. But at least be honest about your confirmation bias. At least be honest about it. Just say, look, man, I'll get all moist from a dog. You know, we swing like that. You know what I mean? And it is what it is. Just be honest about it. Don't come over here like you're trying to prove a valid point by coming with really good evidence or talking points, and you're trying to prove your point, and you use your other YouTube channels talking points where you got it from. But I'm finna show you what you're doing. I'm finna show you what you and this other nigga in the chat doing. If you want to unsubscribe, you can. You know I don't give a fuck about you, nigga. You already know that, right? No, I don't give a fuck about you. But anyways, confirmation bias, again, guys, is the tendency to process information by looking for or interpreting information that is consistent with one's existing belief. So whatever your existing belief is, that's what you want to believe, and you're going to only look for information that supports that what you already want to believe. This is why I tell you, I don't argue with these niggas online, because I understand that they suffer from confirmation bias. Any information that they hear, learn, no matter how factual it is, that doesn't fit what they already want to believe or have believed prior to the discussion, they're going to disregard it anyways. That's why I say I don't argue with these niggas. I say, listen, man, you can talk till your lips fall off. There's nothing that you're going to say that's going to change my mind. There's nothing I'm going to say that's going to change your mind. So let's agree to disagree. You know what I mean? So let's continue. He said a tendency to process information by looking for yada yada yada. Okay, here we go. Now, this biased approach to decision making is largely unintentional and often results in ignoring inconsistent information. So when you suffer from confirmation bias, you have to ignore information that's inconsistent, intentionally ignored, right? Because a lot of this shit, like, if you think that, hey man, I think my fighter, you know, this fighter that I like will beat that fighter, or I think that fighter beat this fighter, that's just a matter of opinion. We, truth be told, we really don't know until these guys fight each other. That's with any fighter. This show is supposed to be about Canelo and Triple G and Jermall Charlo. But the moistness comes out of these guys and they want to throw something else in there. So we're going to get back on topic, but let me body these niggas right quick, and then we'll move on. All right. Let me body them right quick and move on. Break this. This is gonna be quick. This is gonna be a quick massacre. All right, now, this biased approach to decision making is largely unintentional and often results in ignoring inconsistent information. Existing beliefs can include one's expectations in any given situation and predictions about a particular outcome. Well, let's stop right there. One's existing beliefs. I believe that Errol Spence will smash Terrence Crawford. We're going to use that example. I believe that Triple G going to smash Canelo. Okay. I believe that Godzilla going to smash King Kong. Okay. So that represents an existing belief. So existing beliefs can include one expectations. This is what I expect to happen in a given situation and predictions about a particular outcome. The outcome that I expect, my guy gonna smash the other guy. People are especially likely to process information to support their own beliefs when the issue is highly important or self-relevant. So they will only, you know what I mean, process information that supports what they already want to believe. Let's continue. Now, background and history. Confirmation bias is one example of how humans sometimes process information in an illogical, biased manner. Many factors of which people are unaware can influence information processing. Sorry about that. So when you're trying to process the information, you know what I mean? There are many factors that people are unaware of that can influence that. It could be something that you heard from somewhere that you know, from another channel. And I'm tying it into the sport of boxing. I'm tying this into the sport of boxing. Let's continue. Now, philosophers note that humans have difficulty processing information in a rational, unbiased manner. You see what I'm saying? Once they have developed an opinion about the issue. This is what's going on in the sport of boxing right now today. Once you have these beta males or whatever you like to call them, fanboys or aerosexuals or budsexuals or flomos or whatever, homosexual, whatever you want to call these guys, right? Whatever fanboy, whatever it is, right? What happens is, you know, you have humans that have difficulty processing information in a radical, unbiased manner once they have developed an opinion about an issue. So if you have an emotional attachment to a particular fighter, your opinion is very, very strong about this particular fighter because of your love and affection for him, for whatever the reason may be, right? Or you just really like the guy for whatever the reason may be. Now, humans are better able to rationally process information given equal weight to multiple viewpoints. If they are emotionally distant from the issue, although a low level of confirmation bias can still occur when an individual has no vested interest. So basically, humans are better able to rationally process information given equal to multiple viewpoints. So if you're speaking in an echo chamber, if you just, I listen to this channel because this channel confirm everything that I want to hear or whatever the case may be, then guess what? What you're doing is you're narrowing your perspective. You're not even allowing room for any other information to come in because any other information that comes in will challenge your bias, your confirmation bias. You don't want that. I'm finna show you something. I'm finna break this shit down like a 57 Chevy. Now, again, what I said before, most people who suffer from confirmation bias, they lack critical thinking skills. They lack critical thinking skills. Let's see. Let's go right here, then we're going to stop. So it talks about different things, right? But right here, check this out. It said one explanation for why humans, and we can trade humans for certain fanboys in the sport of boxing. One explanation for why certain people in the sport of boxing are susceptible to confirmation bias is that it is an efficient way to process information. Humans are bombarded with information in the social world and cannot possibly take the time to carefully process each piece of information to form an unbiased conclusion. Human decision-making and information processing is often biased because people are limited to interpreting information from their own viewpoint. People need to process information quickly and to protect themselves from harm. It is adaptive to rely on instinctive automatic reflexes that keep humans out of harm's way. Another reason why people show confirmation bias is to protect their self-esteem. Lord have mercy, if I say something that's going to hurt your self-esteem as it relates to your particular fighter, especially if you see that fighter lose, it makes you feel some type of way. It said people like to feel good about themselves. I feel good that I got online today and I got a chance to argue in all caps and prove a point to somebody about my fighter. I feel good today about that. It makes them feel good. They two-figure niggas who ain't got no money playing the PlayStation all day at their baby mama house, but yet they want to come over here and try to prove a point to me. But let's continue, because we got to get back on Canelo. Now, it said people like to feel good about themselves, and discovering that a belief that they highly value is incorrect makes people feel bad about themselves. You trying to tell me this what I believe in is not correct? Hell no, I refuse to believe that. Therefore, people would seek information, meaning go to channels who hate the fighter that they hate and support what they want to believe. Therefore, people would seek information that supports their existing belief. Fuck Terrence Crawford. I can't hate him. I don't like him. You know, he gonna get his ass knocked out. He ain't fought nobody. He fought Errol Smith's leftovers. So you go to channels that support that, right? While ignoring the fact that there's a counter argument to that viewpoint. Another motive is accuracy. People want to feel that they are intelligent, low IQ individuals, right? And information that suggests one holds an inaccurate belief or made a poor decision suggests that is lacking intelligence. Oh, no. We're gonna break this off today. We're gonna break this off today. Let's continue. We're gonna break this off today, man. We're gonna break this shit off today. I'm not gonna play today. This is supposed to be about Canelo Alvarez. So we're gonna get back on topic. But we're gonna get back on topic. Shit gonna be easy. I've done this shit a million times already. Shout out to Ricky Ricardo though. For dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Ricky Ricardo, what you say, fam? Ricky Ricardo said, he said Canelo gets credit for beating Triple G like Charlo or Andrade would get credit. To be fair, Charlo needs legit wins or become undisputed to be an all-time great. I get what you're saying. Cause I'm gonna show you the double standards in it. The same people, Ricky Ricardo, I'm gonna take it a step further. The same people that would say Canelo doesn't deserve credit for beating Triple G if he beats him because he was 40 years old, were the same people that when Errol Spence signed the contract to fight Manny Pacquiao, and I think Manny Pacquiao was what, 43 years old at the time? 42, 43 years old at the time. There were the same people that gave Spence credit, said that if he beat Manny Pacquiao, he gets credit for it because Manny Pacquiao's a living legend. But wait a minute, he was 43 years old. If they would have fought, he would have been 43 years old. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's different, buddy. He still get credit because he beat a living legend. But so if Canelo beats Triple G, he doesn't get credit because Triple G was too old in one breath, but in another breath, you was doing the Tootsie Roll, the butterfly, the one leg up, the Texas electric slide when you found out that Spence was going to fight a 43-year-old fighter. Make that shit make sense. True. Shout out to my main man. Shout out to Ricky Ricardo.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
So let me finish this up, man, so we can talk about Canelo. Let's finish this up. We can talk about Canelo. Let me take this banner down. As a matter of fact, hold on, guys. I ain't gotta take the banner down. Shit. I'm sorry about that. Forced to quit. As a matter of fact, let me do this. Hold on, guys. Hold on, guys. Let me take this banner down. You know, like me, again, I don't, I'm not the one to be arguing with niggas all day. That's a waste of my time and energy. I'm gonna say what I gotta say. Move on. You can agree to disagree with it. Doesn't matter to me. Because it's not that serious. You know what I mean? Now let's look at critical thinking. Remember, I told you people who suffer from confirmation bias, they lack critical thinking skills. So let's break this shit down. When I read this to you, you're gonna say, "God damn, this is exactly what's going on, coach. This is what we see from these slow learner disability type guys online." Right? And these are grown men. Like these niggas in their 30s and 40s and 50s. Some of them are young, but you can chalk it up to being young. But these niggas in their 40s and 50s. A lot of them are. Now, critical thinking is the analysis of available facts, evidence, observations, and arguments to form a judgment. The subject is complex. Several different definitions exist, which generally include the rational, skeptical, and unbiased analysis or evaluation of factual evidence. So when you have critical thinking skills, you have to be rational. You got to be skeptical of certain things because you're going to analyze it. And you got to have an unbiased analysis. People who suffer from confirmation bias is they don't have an unbiased analysis because everything that they look for is in support of what they already want to believe in the first place. Critical thinking is self-directed, self-disciplined, and self-monitored and self-corrective thinking. I can't correct myself because I already want to believe this here and I don't want to hear nothing else. And a lot of this shit is a matter of opinion, the way you feel about something. The way you feel is where you feel. I have no problem with the way you feel. What I have a problem with is when you try to impose your feelings on how you feel about something on me to try to get me on your side to believe that shit. No, we just agree to disagree. Let's continue. Right? Why is it so important for you that why is it so important for you for me to agree with your viewpoint? I should not be of that importance to you. I'm gonna try to prove my point to this nigga. For what? You're not even articulate enough. You're not even articulate enough to prove your point. And it's your opinion. What I think shouldn't matter to you. Let's continue. Now, let's see. Critical thinking and self-direct, self-discipline and self-monitored and self-corrective thinking. It presupposes assent to rigorous standards of excellence and mindful command of their use. It entails effective communication and problem-solving abilities, as well as commitment to overcome native egocentrism and sociocentrism. Now, I want to talk about Canelo. So this is what I see that's going on in boxing with a lot of these guys running around online. And, you know, it is what it is. So, and there's nothing wrong with that. If that's how they feel, that's how they feel. But it's my job to educate you, to show you, no, nigga, this is who you really is. This is what you are. This is what you're practicing. I don't care if you don't like me. I'm not looking for your friendship. I don't care if you unsubscribe. We got over 14,000. I'm doing something right. I'm going to win more over than I lose. The guy that unsubscribed because he's upset, guess what? I'm going to have 10 or 15 more to replace you. However you feel about your fighter is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. But just because you feel a certain way don't mean you're right. I always say this, if you guys did not have a double standard, you would not have one at all. What's good for the gander is good for the goose. If one guy can fight a guy that's 43 years old, and he get looked upon as a legend and a hero, then the other guy who fights a 40-year-old should be looked upon the same way. In my opinion, man, y'all both got fighting two dudes that's over that's out of their prime. That's how I look at it. But when the confirmation bias sets in, we got to look and find stuff that's going to support what we want to believe, because we want to hype our guy up. You don't even know these niggas. Why do you have such an emotional attachment to these guys? I have no idea. But you have a right to do that. What you don't have a right to do is come over here and try to oppose your beliefs on me. Now, Canelo, a lot of people feel that, hey, man, they want to see Canelo fight, you know, Jermall Charlo and stuff like that. And I get it, I understand it. They want to see him fight Jermall Charlo. They want to see him fight Demetrius Andrade. They want to see him fight, I think that's it. It was Jermall Charlo, Demetrius Andrade, David Benavidez and stuff like that, right? I have no problem with you guys wanting that. The only problem I have is you do not hold the fighters who you love so much to those same standards. You request excellence from the fighter who you don't like, but then your confirmation bias sets in when it comes to dealing with the fighter that you do like. You'll poke holes at the guy that you hate and say, oh man, you know, he ain't doing this. He fought that dude. That dude. Why? And I'm like, wait a minute, this dude became undisputed in the division. He's a 4-weight division world champion. Pound for pound is subjected to the individual. He's a cash cow of the sport of boxing. Yeah, he had some fights that he didn't fight that I wanted to see him fight. But you sit back and you try to tear down the people who do. This other guy's a 3-division world champion. 2-time fighter of the year. Been a champion for 8 years. Has knocked out everybody he's fought, he got in the ring with since he moved up to the welterweight division. You, like your confirmation bias, you'll ignore all of that. It's like the fighters who are doing great things, you'll ignore all of that to try to big up your fighter. Why you don't have to tear down this fighter to big your fighter up. If you love him, that's fine. If you love him, that's fine. I ain't got no issues with that. But I point out the double standards. How you gonna say that you want to see this dude do more over here when he's doing more while ignoring the fact that this guy ain't fighting no goddamn body? He fighting tomato can after tomato can after tomato can. And you say he the face, and you sit back and say, yo, man, everybody's scared of him. Okay, but then how come he ain't fighting these other dudes then? And you sit back and niggas playing and go to nigga Charlie and all kind of stuff. Again, I'm not here to be your friend, dog. I'm not here to be your friend. You're going to be here tomorrow at 3 o'clock? This is to my detractors. You're going to be here because you got to go back and report to the other channels who you go to. I know I'm the talk of the town with them big channels. I know it. My little old channel with little 14,000 plus subscribers. Yeah, it's true. True. Let's continue. Let's continue. Let's see. Let's see. He said Jermall can be the greatest middleweight duck of all time. Let's go talk to the people in the chat. See what I'm missing. Let's see. He said, what fighter hasn't got rocked? Name one. Hey, man, it is what it is, man. I told you what it is. The confirmation bias is the motherfucker. Fact of the matter is, when it comes to making a prediction is what? A prediction. None of us know exactly what's going to happen until it happens, right? Let's see. Let's see. Tyree says, he said Michael didn't touch Errol, but Gamboa touched Crawford. Crawford's soul. Talking about Gamboa, the guy who got knocked out? The undefeated champion? Gold medalist? Oh, okay. These aerosexuals, this another one right here. These aerosexuals over here, they moist today, boy. They moist today, man. I don't even know why y'all even come over here. Like, y'all know I'm not those other guys. Like, y'all, I know the channels y'all rock with. Y'all need to go back over there. Y'all niggas is weird. Very weird. Let's see. Let's talk to the chat. But it's a matter of opinion. Nothing wrong with that. No, it's a matter of opinion, fam. It's not even serious to me. You know what I mean? It's just a matter of opinion. We can agree to disagree, far as I'm concerned. Shout out to Frank Deltane. Hey, for dropping that $2. Bam! Super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Frank the Tank, he says, I hate casuals. Casual said Canelo ducking Tank. The way I see it, it's not necessarily really the casuals, Frank the Tank. It's not the casuals. I mean, the casuals, they're casual to watch boxing. They don't know. You don't know what you don't know until you know it. It's these men online that's in the sport of boxing. Like, these niggas are some bitches. Bro, they get so emotionally charged about, they get so emotionally charged. And the crazy part about it is a lot of, like, I'm gonna give a perfect example. We get 200 likes. I'm gonna open up the phone lines. Anybody want to call in can call in. We need 74 more likes. I haven't opened up the phone lines in 3-4 days. They don't want to hit the like button. That's fine. I'm not tripping. I can do this shit until the show ends. We're gonna end in about another hour and 10 minutes. You want to talk? Call in. Be civilized, though. Be civilized. That's all. I don't take no shit over here. It ain't the casuals. But anyway, Dim Games, what you say for me? He said, let's talk sentiment. Okay, let's talk sentiment. You're right, Dim Games. Let's talk sentiment. Now, Dim Games, I'm going to be honest with you, fam. Canelo, once he get by this guy, Triple G, I think he's favored by I think he's a minus 500, minus 550 favorite, Canelo. And pretty much the betting odds pretty much are favoring him to beat Triple G. Now, I know that a lot of the Triple G, Gennady Golovkin fans don't want to hear this. They don't like this, but it is what it is, fam. I mean, me personally, I feel like and I'm talking about how I feel personally. I don't have a dog in the race, and I just feel that, hey, man, from a skill set standpoint, I do see that it does seem like to me Canelo has gotten better. And if I look at the way he finished off the first fight when he fought Triple G, not the first fight, the second fight, when he was front foot dominant and he pressed Triple G, I think he's going to pick up from there and just press him and just try to get him out of there with those body shots. You know what I mean? Slip, trap counters, slip. He's going to slip and counter, stuff like that. Especially if Triple G is slow. If he's slow with the jab, I mean, to be honest with you, my brother, that's how I see it happening. And this is no shade on Triple G, but that's just how I see it happening. If he's slower now, which a lot of people say he is based on his last fight with Murata, that's how I see that happen, to be honest with you. Shout out to my sister, man. God damn, Bless. Shout out to Bless, man.
True.
Damn, I ain't know my sister was here, man. Shout out to Bless, man. Shout out to Bless. Shout out to Bless. Shout out to Bless. I got a lot of love for Bless. Bless the one told me I was petty. Hey, this is a true story. Me and Bless was going off online on each other. I was respectfully, but and then Bless checked me. Bless said, "You pay." And guess what? I didn't know what to say. She left me. I was speechless. I said, "You know what? You're right." I've been rocking with Bless ever since. Hey, she checked me, put me in my place. She said, "You petty." I was like, you know what? Damn. I was trying to make a comeback. I was like, damn, you know what? Yeah, she kind of got stumbled me right there, boy. I was on the roll to she was saying she was going off, and then she said that, and I realized I'm going tick for tack. I said, damn, that is petty. When you go tick for tack, that is petty. Then I realized, damn, I've been going tick for tack for years. You say something, I'm gonna say something. And my mother used to always tell me, boy, don't go word for word with me. Don't give me word for word. My mother used to always say that. Boy, don't give me word for word. Every time I say something, you gotta say something. That's petty. That's tick for tack. I'm like, and she taught me that. And it's true story.
True.
True story. Pito Fresco Bar. Oh, I know this dude right here. This dude is another one of my trolls. You was blocked on Pito Fresco Bar. You was blocked. I think I unblocked you. I think I unblocked you. You was blocked, though. You was blocked. I unblocked you. This is another one of my trolls. This is another one. He's a diehard aerosexual. Pro PBC, stuff like that. He said, but if Jermall Charlo fought Boo Boo at 160, then went up to fight Benavidez, Canelo, Bivol, he might have a shot at being great. Yeah. Hey, I say, sound like a 10-8 for Bless. Yeah, she 10-8 me that day. That is true. I have a lot of Pito, what you say? He said, I've always supported the channel. Not me, coach. Oh, not you? You know what? Hey, Pito, if it wasn't you, I'm sorry, brother. There's a dude that used to come over here named Fresco Bar. You know what? If it wasn't you, it wasn't you. I'm telling you. There was a dude named Fresco Bar used to come over here, and I don't know, someone created, it might not have been you then. I'm sorry about that. If it's not you, I apologize. I stand to be corrected. But hey, Ron, do you know the dude I'm talking about? Do you remember the dude I'm talking about? Do you remember the dude I'm talking about? Fotex say, wrong person, coach. Hey, Pito, I apologize, my brother. Pito Fresco, I apologize. You know what I mean? The player mess up sometimes. But it was the dude named, was it Fresco Bar? Damn, I forgot that dude name. It was a Fresco Bar, dog. He said he probably pro jockey in my style. Hey, I'm sorry about that, fam.
True.
Ron, what you say, my brother? You said, yeah, it's similar. Yeah, it's similar. Yeah, it's similar. I thought that was him, though. Sorry about that, fam. Look, Green Eye Speech, she said, yeah, a proper head. You said a proper head, the ball, the one you're talking about, coach. Oh, okay. Ron say similar name, yes, sir. But anyway, let's get back to boxing. Pito, you're right about that though. If as it relates to Jermall Charlo, like my criticism of Jermall has always been this, fam. My criticism of Jermall has always been this. You know how I feel about Jermall Charlo. I ain't got nothing to say about Jermall Charlo. Jermall Charlo is a true warrior. He want all the smoke. Jermall Charlo moves differently. So, in my opinion, if he wants to be considered as an all-time great, and he said this on the Brian Custer podcast, if you want to be considered as an all-time great, he has to do the things that the all-time greats have done. You guys get what I'm saying? Sticky, what you say? He say, Coach, why all the time boxing reporters talk about Canelo? Canelo is overrated. I mean, if you feel he's overrated, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But the boxing reporters talk about Canelo because Canelo is the biggest game in town. Canelo's the biggest game in town, dog, in North America. What fight in North America bigger than Canelo? What fight in North America bring the money to these cities when he have a fight than Canelo? Why did PBC offer Canelo $100 million? You see what I'm saying? I'm Sticky. Why did PBC offer them $100 million contract, $100 million to fight three fighters? They ain't offered Jermall Charlo that. There's nobody on the PBC getting offered nowhere near that kind of money. You see what I'm saying? So apparently, even people within the PBC feel that way. You get what I'm saying? So it is what it is, dog. I mean, I feel where you're coming from. I feel where you're coming from, but it is what it is, dog. I mean, it just is what it is at this point. Get touched up boxing. What you say, family? Say Canelo got the largest fan base. You know what? I say this. Canelo does have a large fan base over here in North America. And they are a loyal fan base. Canelo doesn't do a whole lot of talking. I'm going to tell you what I do like about what Canelo's doing now. He's conducting the interviews in English, even though I speak fluent Spanish. I read, write, speak, and spell Spanish. But, a lot of people don't. So, because he, when he does his interviews, it's like, bro, he's speaking English a lot more better. He's speaking English a lot more better. He understands a lot of people don't like him. He get it. But there's a lot of people that love him. And this guy is very, very active. I look at some of these guys, some of these fighters, like Tank Davis. Tank Davis, at least he fights twice a year. Now, you might not like the competition that he's fighting, but at least Tank fights twice a year. You got some of these dudes, like, hell, Terrence Crawford, one of my favorite fighters. He only fight once a year. Right? And, some of that wasn't, probably, I don't know, was it Bob Arum or whatever? I don't know. Jermall Charlo only fights once a year. Jermall Charlo only fights once a year. Gary Russell Jr., he fought once a year. Last fight he had, he was on an 18-month layoff. A lot of these fighters, they're not active enough. So my thing is, if you've done a lot of things in the sport of boxing, you became a multiple weight division world champion, you became undisputed. Undisputed matters. Becoming a unified champion matters. And if you're able to do it throughout multiple weight divisions, that's what makes it even more sweeter. Because it's not easy to become champion in multiple weight divisions, especially unified champion and undisputed. Because it's, very few people, it's rare, especially in today's time, because you have to collect 4 belts. If it was easy, everybody else would have been doing it. And this is what I say. This is what I say too, right? Shout out to Misfit, man. I love the sisters. Misfit, Bless, Lisa Bells, Lil Green Eyes P, Nick Rich, Lady Shan, Fistiana Fights, Deborah Booker. I love the sisters. You sisters are so cool and laid back. You ain't like these dudes. You ain't like these dudes. Some of these guys, man. God, dog, bro. Oh my Lord. These dudes are moist. What my main man, Beat Mac, I'm taking you saying. Moist, Duncan Hines, milky, creamy. Oh my Lord, it don't make no sense, man. And they do it with no shame. They do it with no shame. Let's see. We need 37 more likes for me to open up the phone line. Let's see. It's been 4 days. Let's see. Can I get the phone lines open today? It's been 4 days. 37 more likes. Bam Rodriguez. He said Bam Rodriguez has fought better comp than Tank, and he's only had 15 fights. Yeah, that is true.
True.
That is true. That is true. Now, I'm not, listen, Tank Davis fans ain't gonna like that. You know, they're gonna argue it, debate it, and that's fine. That's fine. But Bam Rodriguez's first 15 fights, I mean, yeah, I mean, you know, it is what it is. I mean, that's my opinion, anyways. That's not taking anything away from Tank. Tank is a great fighter, hell of a fighter. He's still a hell of a fighter. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. It is what it is. He said, when they're going to announce the Crawford Spence? You know, your question is good as mine. If you can get in contact with Al Heyman, Steven Espinosa, any of those guys, I'm pretty sure they'll tell you. Tom Brown, fact of the matter is, the only people who know what's going on are those guys. Any information that's been put out there that's not pertaining to them has been bullshit. Lies, clickbait, propaganda. It is what it is. It is what it is. PBC Central. He said the most used word in boxing. That division was weak. Hey, PBC Central, check this out. There's another thing I got to say. Another sign of confirmation bias. When you try to diminish the accomplishments of another fighter in order to strengthen your case against the fighter who you love so much. Instead of saying, you know what, man, I like this fighter and that fighter. Both of them are good. I favor this guy because I'm from Texas. But I can't tear this fighter down. The reason why I don't believe in tearing these fighters down, I'm going to tell you why. If you tell me this dude is weak, sorry, garbage, okay, that's fine. That's how you feel. But don't expect me to give you credit when you beat the guy. Yeah, my fighter beat him, he knocked him out. Yeah, but that ain't nothing to brag about. You say the man was garbage and trash. How can you tear the man down and say he garbage and trash in one breath, but then praise your fighter for beating the guy in another breath by saying that when you said this guy was garbage and trash? Like, make it make sense.
True.
You argue both sides of the coin. They argue both sides of the coin. Every time. You'll diminish someone else's accomplishment. Canelo became undisputed in super middleweight. Oh, man, the super middleweight division was weak. He fought Euro bombs. Well, if it was weak, how come Caleb Plant didn't do it? If it was weak, how come Billy Joe Saunders didn't do it? If it was so weak, how come Callum Smith didn't do it? It's weak because the fighter who you hate, he did it. Just say that. Man, the only reason it's weak because the fighter I hate, he became undisputed in that weight division. Just say that. Just be honest. Now it's weak. PBC Central said, he said exactly. It is what it is. Now it's weak. Let's see. Texas Bulldog, he said, I didn't say Bud was trash. I asked what are his 3 biggest wins. And I told you what his 3 biggest wins are. Told you. In the welterweight division. 3-division world champion. 2-time unified champion. Undisputed champion. Future Hall of Famer. I told you. In my opinion. And that's opinionated. That's all. It's opinionated. That's my opinion. Let's see. He's talking to ABE. Okay. Yeah, you get what I'm saying though. So when Canelo does it, the division weak, Euro bombs, this and that. Peter, what you say, family? Say they was going to give Canelo 50 million, just give Bud and Spence 20 million apiece and make it happen. We all know that the fight is going to do well. Hey, Peter, check this out, fam. Notice how woo, I ain't the smartest guy in the world, Pito. I'm not the brightest light bulb in the ceiling, and I'm not the sharpest butter knife in the kitchen. And I said this the other day. I said that personally, I believe that the reason why, and I hate to get off this topic, but we're gonna get right back on Canelo because I want to stay on the subject matter. I believe that the people who are involved in putting the money up, that's the holdup. Confirmation bias is, oh man, tell Bud to sign the contract. He ain't signed the contract. That's why the fight ain't that's why the fight ain't happened yet. Sir, you got that from your favorite YouTube channel. As Mark Nash would say, your YouTube daddy. Because those are the ones who putting out the propaganda. I'm not going to say their names today. Normally I would, but I'm not going to say their names today. Because you're using their talking points. He got to sign the contract. That's the YouTube channel who you subscribe to, who confirms your bias. That's their talking points. Stephen Espinosa didn't say that. No, he didn't say that, but Al Heyman don't talk. He didn't say that. No, he didn't say that, but Floyd Mayweather didn't say that. No, he didn't say that, but Tom Brown didn't say that. No, he didn't say that, but Tim Scott said that. No, Tim Smith said that simply, man, it's economics. This is why economics, we just don't have the money. We don't want to insult the guy. That's what they said. I'm gonna believe my favorite YouTube channel because it fit my bias, my confirmation bias. Okay. My thing is, I just like to pull the wool off from you and just get you to admit it. My thing is, I show you who you are. I show you who you are. That's it. I'm not gonna argue with you. How many likes we need? We need 14 likes. 14 likes. Open up the phone lines. 14. Let's see. What you say? You say, Coach, you gotta follow the new narrative. Nah, I can't do that. You know me. Hey, you know me, Fotex. I can't do that, fam. True. And you know that. You know that, Fotex. I can't do that. I have black boxing fans that hate me. I have white boxing fans or casuals or whatever that hate me. I have Hispanics boxing fans that hate me, and I have Asians that hate me. Internationally I am hated by different races and nationalities in the sport of boxing. It is what it is. Get touched up. He said, your YouTube daddy. Yeah, that's Mark Nash. Shout out to Mark Nash. PBC Central. He say, nah, Coach, why you not jumping on the Spence bandwagon? You're not following the narrative. Nah, I can't follow the narrative. The thing is I want to see the fight, PBC Central. I want to see the fights. I'm a marketer. I know what the YouTube channels are doing. This shit is about clicks and views. I know what it's about. The video I did mimicking It's Your Boy got almost 12,000 views. Clicks, headlines, thumbnails. Works every time. I can do that same thing they do every goddamn day. And you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it too. I'm going to do it just to piss them off. I'm going to do it just to piss them off, just to keep making them mad. I heard Buddy was mad and was cussing me out the other day on the side live. Thank you. Thank you for the free advertising and promotion. I appreciate that. I'm going to do it every day to prove a point. Just to piss them off. Because I can, and there's nothing that they can do about it. But you get what I'm saying though. Folks, what did he say? He said PBC Central, you're gonna get blocked. Nah, he ain't gonna get blocked. Nah. Shout out to Racetrack. Hey, okay. We're dropping that $2. Bam! Super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
What you say, fam? He said give him that Broner clip, Coach.
Shut that soft ass shit up.
And the best man
Shut
to
that
win.
soft. That's some soft ass shit. Shut that soft ass shit up. All that soft talking. I know you can do it, man. You got the. Man, shut that soft ass shit up.
Let me see what we need. Then we need 8 more likes, boy. Look like we might get the phone lines open today, boy. Oh shit! Oh damn! Yeah, the phone lines have been open in 4 days. Yeah, all right, shit. Oh damn, boy. Well, oh man, they were hating so hard on the boy. They were like, man, damn, I can't stand him. But now they like, damn, we missed the phone calls. Yeah. So, anyways, I point out the double standards. If Canelo beats Triple G, he should get credit. If Spence was going to get credit for beating Manny Pacquiao, if they would have fought, Canelo has to get credit for beating Triple G. Now, I will say this: Triple G is old, just like Manny Pacquiao is old. They passed their prime. I will say that. But if the old guy want to smoke, I'm a firm believer. If the old guy is talking trash, he want to smoke, give him what he looking for. Give him what he looking for. One thing about me, I am the prince of pissing people off. Phone lines is open. 530-494-9636. There you go, right there. Phone lines is open. Here you go, 530-494-9636. It's open. Anybody feeling some type of way, heterosexual or not, call in. You know me, I don't run from no smoke. But anyways, so as it relates to Jermall Charlo, in order to be considered an all-time great, Jermall Charlo, and I'm gonna say this to you, sir. I know them dudes at PPC hate me. They hate me with a passion. Bob Aaron probably hate me with a passion as well, but it's okay. You know me, I don't give a damn. I'm not on the principle pissing people off. I love pissing them off. You're gonna have to do what the greats did. You can't skip that part. When people talk to me about Floyd Mayweather, what they doing? They following the Mayweather blueprint. You don't know the Mayweather blueprint because you can't say you following Floyd Mayweather blueprint while ignoring Pretty Boy Floyd. You can't get the money made if you don't go through the Pretty Boy phase. Pretty Boy Floyd was the foundation to money made. Without Pretty Boy, there'll be no money made. So you dudes want the accolades and the praises and want to be compared to the greats, but you ain't doing what the greats have done. That's what I don't understand. That's what I don't understand. Phone lines is open. Got a caller calling in right now. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, what's going on, Coach? This is Texas Bulldog.
Texas Bulldog, talk to me. Where you calling from? Texas?
What's going on? What's going on, man? I'm out here in Dallas.
All right, Dallas. Okay, Texas Bulldog from Dallas. Talk to me.
Yeah, just real quick, man. I ain't gonna take too much of your time, man, because I know you're running the show and some more people probably gonna call in. But I think you got me a little confused, man, because I'm actually a fan of the show. I'm a regular, you know. Anytime I walk in the door or got some free time, I'm gonna listen to some boxing talk. Mm-hmm. And pretty much though, man. Damn. I'm sorry about that.
All right, Texas Bulldog, you hung up. Something happened. Let's give brother a round of applause. Let's see. Knockdown 305 with the safe family saying, here we go. All right. Let's continue. Misfit, what you say, sis? She say, facts. Hey, facts. Hey, Misfit got me laughing. Say facts. Nobody knows the Mayweather blueprint but the Mayweathers. What they think. He said, what they think. That's a secret. Nobody will ever know. Hey, Misfit, the thing is, sis, is this. You can't say you follow the Mayweather blueprint if you don't follow the Pretty Boy Floyd blueprint. Pretty Boy Floyd gave birth to you. Misfit, you've been watching boxing a long time. Now, this sister here know boxing. She been watching boxing a long time. And they didn't ignore that fact. They ignored that fact. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Nah, man, my bad. My goddamn phone connected to my girl truck when she turned it on.
Go ahead, fam. Talk to me.
Nah, yeah, man. You know, for real though, like I'm sure you get, you know, plenty of them type of calls out there where people trying to holler back and forth with you, man. But I was just letting you know, because you say most of the time you recognize the names in the chat, man. I didn't come for that, man. Like, you know, all that insulting and all that. I'm sure you get plenty of that and people going to entertain that. But just so you know, when I show up in the chat, man, that's not really what I'm there for, man. I'm just here for some boxing talk. I happen to be from Texas. You know what I'm saying? We like our sports down here. We back whoever the fuck we fuck with. And that's really it, man. You like Bud. Bud is a good fighter. You know, can't nobody take that away from him. But that's really the purpose of my call, man. Just that all that aerosexual and bud sexual and all that, like nah, but I didn't come for that.
All right. I was on Text the Board all. I apologize if I was in error in what I said to you. I'm man enough to admit that I was wrong. If that's not what you meant by it, then what I would do, I would apologize to you. If that is what you meant by it, then what I said still stands. But I just want to let you know that I respect the fact that you was man enough to call in and let me know that, brother. Anything else you want to close with?
I mean, that go both ways, man. If you felt I was being disrespectful, I apologize as well. I accept your apology. But you see me in the chat, man, I'm just here for the boxing talk, man. And I'm ready for the fight. Hopefully they make that. I think they will. And I had one quick question for you, man, because I heard a hot take yesterday, and it's just kind of been on my mind. And, you know, I'm listening to the show right now, so I figured, hey, why not ask Coach?
Go ahead.
So, you familiar with BDA, correct?
Who?
BDA boxing.
Oh, BDA, yeah. I'm familiar with him. Yeah, I haven't listened to him in a while, but yeah, I'm familiar with him.
Yeah, I heard you on there one time, and I mean, you probably remember how that went, but you know, they fuck around a lot over there, and that's cool. You know, the show be funny, it's entertaining. But I heard a hot take yesterday, and it is my thing is the take was Bam Rodriguez is now. Goddamn, can't get out of it. Goddamn. Bam Rodriguez is now pound for pound. He's cream of the crop. Devin Haney is not. What is your opinion on that? Because that makes no sense, bro. Like that's by that logic, if they're going off the entertainment factor and, you know, fighters banging it out, if that's the logic, then why just not just make the channel a bare knuckle boxing channel? If the sweet science just you know what I mean?
I mean, again, you know, that's their channel is their channel, or, you know, how they see things, how they see things. I don't go over there anymore. You know what I mean? But I thought I was on there that one time. You know, I've called in several times, but I don't go over there anymore. I'm done with that situation. But that's how they feel. That's how they feel. You know what I mean? I can't interject either way. It's subjective to them. Whatever their beliefs are, why they came up with that conclusion, so be it. I can't speak on, you know, why another channel feel the way they feel about a certain fighter. You know, I really can't.
But in your opinion, is that a theory based in logic?
It's subjective to the individual. I mean, I would not put Bam over Devin Haney because Devin Haney is undisputed.
Thank you.
He's undisputed.
Thank you.
You know, but Bam, but it's not taken away from Bam. Like Bam, I love Bam Rodriguez. He's a bad boy. It's not taken away from Bam. You see what I'm saying? But you know, Devin Haney's undisputed. So you know
exactly, and I'm not taking away from him either. He could bang. He put on a good show. It was an entertaining fight. Yeah. Some people are entertained with Devin Haney's style. I mean, it's not the most exciting fight, but you sit there and watch a man get jabbed 85 times in the head, you got to respect that. You snap your head back 85 times to see how that feels. That happened to George Kambosos over the span of 30 minutes.
And this is the thing too with me. This is the thing too with me. For people who say, okay, well, Devin Haney got a boring style and stuff like that. And that's fine. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you guys and say Devin Haney has a fan-friendly style. He doesn't. He doesn't. I'm not going to say, I can't front and say that. But my counter argument is this. He wasn't impressive when he beat George Kambosos. I said, okay, well, how come George Kambosos didn't make the fight impressive? Well, he only beat him. He only was jabbing him. He hit him with a jab and a check left hook. That's all he did. I said, okay, well, shit, that's all he needed. I was always taught that if you are a mechanic, you only take the tools that are needed in order to get the job done. If you need to change a tire on a car, you don't bring a screwdriver. You don't bring a hammer. You bring a car jack, you know what I mean? And you bring a plug socket where you can, take the plugs, unscrew take the plugs off the tire, the lug nut thing, take the lug nuts off, a lug nut remover. You take that to take the lug nuts off the tire while it's jacked up in the air so you can pull the tire off. You bring the tools that are needed in order to get the job done. If the only thing he needed was a jab and a check left hook, then guess what? That's what it took. That means that fighter, George Kambosos, he wasn't what you said he was. Hey, but listen, I got to let other people call in, man. Shout out to Texas Bulldog. Salute to you, fam. Shout out to you, fam.
All good, bro.
What's up? That's my thing. Shout out to my sister, Miss Fit. Hey, for dropping that half for bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
What my sister said? She said, gotta start my evening off. He said, with the pimp. She said, with that pimp Antonio Vargas, coach. He said, plus showing that fam up and chill some love.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Yeah, man, it is what it is. It is what it is, man. So, I mean, it is what it is, man. Like, you know, people feel the way they feel. Channels feel the way they feel. Again, bro, that ain't nothing wrong with that. I don't see nothing wrong with it. My thing is, I just like to clear the air and just be honest. Like, look, dog, this is what it is. You know, and I have no problem with any of that. Just don't. What I have an issue with is when you're trying to impose it on me. It's like, and I don't want to bring a religion into this, but it's like someone believes in a certain religion and they try to impose their religious beliefs on you. It's the same shit with boxing. This boxing shit has become like a cult, like, you know what I mean? And everybody cling on to their own niche and stuff like that. And I ain't got an issue with that. But then, you know, this shit don't got crazy. A lot of these dudes have gotten real moist. You see what I'm saying? And I just called it the way I see it. And I don't been through, me personally, like, I don't been through so much shit. And like these little 17 months I've been online, but I don't been called a coon, a Uncle Tom, a sellout, a racist, a black Klansman, a nigger, they called it. I'm like, God damn, what in the hell? Like, look, bro, like, you know, it's political. You got to choose sides, and you know, you know what you just like that was comparing me to another channel. I'm like, bro, like, where all this moisture shit coming from? And bro, let me tell you something. Since I've been doing this, it's two fighters. If I mention their name, it get crazy. I'm finna tell y'all after this call. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
This is Ronald from Vermont. How you doing today, Coach?
Big Ron from Vermont. Talk to me, fam.
You know, I've been kind of like been a little fickle these last couple of days. I kind of look at like how, like, you know, everybody always say that, you know, Spence does pass the eye test. Like, he passes the eye test. But me as a fan, I just can't be fooled by like him passing the eye test. Mm-hmm. Like, when you think about boxers on PBC and you think about boxers on rank, I can't really separate them as far as like how I rank them. I feel like they both, the competitors, like meaning the competition that they fought, are equally like yoked. Like, because Bud fights all guys who had O's on their record. Mm. He had a lot of, and then Spence had guys that all had like ones on their records or twos, like meaning because Keith Thurman was the main target in those divisions. So I just look at it like that's the eye test for me. So I compare them both the same as like putting them together is the difference maker into what skill levels and power and touching each other really mean to the sport of boxing. You see what I'm saying? And this is the biggest fight besides Canelo and GGG. I think this fight is going to do like, this fight is a pay-per-view gauge of like what a good first pay-per-view can do for something that was built up for all of this time. It's been built up for like 5-6 years. Yeah. I think it's going to do like astronomical numbers if they miss the freaking, you know what I mean? So I hope they make the fight. But yeah, I just wanted to and talk about those comparisons. Like between their you know, their competition, you know.
Yeah,
man.
You going
so that's why a lot of people go hard for him.
How you gauge it? Yeah, I got you.
Well, that's how I gauge it, you know. And I think that's why a lot of fans of Crawford kind of go so hard for him, because they so used to like Spence being like this godly figure, when really he hasn't been fighting nobody. Also, if we're gonna be petty, you see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Until they fight each other, then it's the real deal. You know what I mean?
All right.
Yeah, I just wanted to call in and say what's up. Shout out to the chat.
Shout out to my brother Ron from Vermont, man. Salute to you, fam. Big Ron in the building. Big Ron been rocking with me since I had like 300 subscribers. Shout out to my main man Jamie, man. Hey, put up that $2, bam, super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, just paying that rent. Salute, Cole. Salute to you, fam. Salute.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
PBC Central. He say, see, coach, you gotta choose a side. Hey, all right, Nick. He say, gotta choose a side. Nigga, choose sides right now. Choose sides right now. I get it though. I do get it. What you say, Pito? Pito, what you say, my brother? You say, I mean, I like Haney's style. I wish he had a little more power. But Haney is official in my book. Hey, Pito, I'm gonna be honest with you. I got a critique on Devin Haney, though. Saturday, we saw MJ. Fight. As a matter of fact, let me pull it up. God damn, let me pull it up. Saturday, we saw MJ fight a guy, and damn, I forgot the brother's name. MJ was, matter of fact, I'm gonna pull it up right now. Damn, man, what a... Nah, man, we need to... MJ, I forgot the guy who MJ was fighting, guys. MJ was clearly winning the fight. What you say, fam? Ronnie Rios? Yeah, thank you, fam. Thank you. Ronnie Rios. Check this out. MJ could have just coasted the 12th round. He could have just coasted. He could have, yeah, baby boy, I'm just going to float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. You need a knockout in order to beat me. He could have did that, buzzing like a bee. He could have did that. Guess what he did? Guess what MJ did? He said, no, I'm going to stop this dude. I'm going to prove a point. I'm going to finish this fight off with an explanation. That's what made that fight so good. He was winning by pretty much a landslide. You would think in the 12th round, now sometimes that shit backfired. Because sometimes you see fighters who was winning and then they try to go for the gusto in the 12th round and they get knocked out. Now that shit could have backfired now. It go both ways. It doesn't always work out that way. Milton Taylor, Julio Cesar Chavez. Perfect example. But what he did was, he said, no, I'm going to stop this dude. And he did that. You see what I'm saying? So the criticism of Devin Haney was, man, why he ain't try to, stop this guy. But again, the flip side is, man, George could have caught him and hurt him and knocked him out of something. That's the flip side of that now. The shit go both ways now. I'm not gonna sit here and say, well, and I was watching the interview with Devin Haney, and he said that in the interview. He said, look here, man, I was asking myself, was he on the, I think he was on the Boxing Voice. Shout out to Nesta giving him. He was on the Boxing Voice, and I think he was on the Gilly $1 million worth of game podcast, and he talked about that. Yeah, I could have pressed the action and got him out of there, but if I get, he said the last time he tried to do that when he fought Jorge Linares, he was pitching a shutout. Linares caught him with that one punch and hurt him, rocked him, and all people talk about, yeah, he chinny, he got hurt. So when I try to go for the gusto and I got hurt, everybody attack me, make a mockery of me. And then when I don't go for the gusto against George Kambosos, those same people attack me and say why he didn't go for the gusto. It's damn if you do, damn if you don't. Shout out to Fotex. Hey, okay. Put up at that $2. Bam, super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, Coach, get blessed. She after me.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Fotex snitching. I'll get mess with you. What you say, fam? You say MJ pulled a reverse tank. What you mean reverse tank? What you mean by that? So, Superstar Donnie, tell me what you mean by that, fam. A reverse tank. Hey, what you say, Jay? You say 12th round went stupid. Bro, I'm just saying, like, it go both ways now. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button. Don't forget to hit the like button for the old boy. And we got over 300 people here watching. Listen, it go both ways, bro. You could go for the gusto and get that shit back. He said Haney ain't got that killer instinct. Bro, like it's damn if you do, damn if you don't. You got to look at it from both sides of the coin. Perfect example. I was interviewing, dang who I was interviewing. Shout out to Major Key Boxing. I interviewed him on Major Key Boxing platform. Tommy Brooks, the legendary Tommy Brooks. You know, he trained Mike Tyson, Vander Holyfield, Pernell Whitaker. You know, list goes on and on and on. He trained some killers. He trained Mildred Taylor. Mildred Taylor was fighting Julio Cesar Chavez. Mildred Taylor was winning this fight. Well, they was fighting in Vegas, so he probably would have got robbed on the cars or so. Anything could happen, something like that. Because you know, it was some fighters you just couldn't beat in Vegas. If you don't knock their ass out, you ain't gonna win unless they old and over the hill and you just stop them. At that time, Julio Cesar Chavez was one of those guys. Then De La Hoya became that guy. You wasn't gonna win no decision against De La Hoya in Vegas, you know, until Trinidad did it. But that's neither here nor there. The 12th round, man, Mildred Taylor, now his face was busted up, but he boxing masterfully though. Mildred Taylor, man, getting out, Now Julio Cesar Chavez, he heavy-handed. Every time he touch him, so he's swelling his face up. This Julio Cesar Chavez. This motherfucker had hands of stone. When Chavez touch it, goddammit, you get touched. Excellent body puncher, excellent, you know, fighting in the pocket, slip counters and stuff like that. But Mildred Taylor was giving him that business that night. Now, Mildred's face was swollen up, I'm not gonna lie. He was bleeding a little bit. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. But you know, he was boxing masterfully. 12th round came. Now, I asked Tommy Brooks, I say, Brooks, man, why do you tell Mildred, man, to get on the toes and just bounce around the ring, baby? Just bounce around the ring, man. Why you telling him to just, you know, bouncing, stick and move? He was in there trying to wallow with Chavez. Now, Chavez, if you know anything about Chavez will press your ass out. You better have some damn good footwork fight Julio Cesar Chavez, because he coming, bro, he know how to cut that ring off. He gonna force you into the type of fight he want. You know what I mean? Yeah, Chavez with Don King. You already know, fam. True. Anyways, make a long story short, it was like 2 seconds left in the fight. Chavez had no cornered Mildred Taylor off and caught him. Bap! Dropped him. Richard Steele was the referee. Mildred Taylor got up. Referee was counting. Mildred Taylor looking at his corner. He looking at Tommy Brooks now, instead of looking at the ref. Richard Steele said something to him, and he was paying attention to his corner. Then Richard Steele waited to fight off. 2 seconds left in the fifth. I think it was like 2 seconds left in the fourth round. Man, bro, listen, I hated Julio Cesar Chavez. Bro, I hated Julio. Bro, it's 2 fighters I hated back in the day. I hated Julio Cesar. I hated Chavez, and I hated Oscar De La Hoya. Oh, I hated them with a passion, boy. I was Julio Cesar Chavez and Oscar De La Hoya hater, and it had nothing to do with them being Mexican. Oh, I hated them with a passion, boy. Hey, you want to see a Chavez hater? I was the biggest Chavez hater. I hated that motherfucker there, bro. Hey, you know what? If they would have had the internet back then, and listen, they'd have had the internet back then. Nigga, fuck Chavez. That motherfucker he ain't fought nobody. He garbage. He overrated. Hey, that would have been me. Hey, these dudes you see online today, that would have been me. That would have been me back then, bro. I ain't gonna say a lie to you, dog. I ain't even say a lie to you. De La Hoya, I hated him too. Oh, I hated De La Hoya. You couldn't beat him in Vegas. You couldn't beat him in Vegas. They always got the benefit of the doubt. I didn't realize that boxing was cricket like that. I knew it was cricket, but I didn't realize that these promoters, they have these judges in their back pocket, because the promoters pay the judges. They pay the judges. They pay everybody. They pay for the whole event. So, you know, whoever the house fighter is, he's going to get the benefit of the doubt every time. You know, I didn't realize that as soon as you step in the ring, certain fighters going to be up 2-3 rounds before the fight starts. You get what I'm saying? Bro, I ain't gonna sit here and lie to you, dog. I just started liking Chavez about 10 years ago. I'm dead ass serious. 10 years ago, no, it was longer than that. Let's see. I started watching, that's a lie. I started liking Chavez about Probably about 2000, about 2002, 2003. Probably about, I'd say 20 years. Now that I think about it, it's been longer than that. It's been longer than that. Because I started liking Chavez, but I was hating Oscar. I hated Oscar. I hated Oscar when he came out the Olympics. I hated 92, I hated Oscar. 93, 94, 95, 96. He was the golden boy. Well, you know what? No, I take that back. I take that back. I started hating Oscar when he fought Pernell Whitaker. It was the Pernell Whitaker fight. When he fought Pernell Whitaker, Pernell Whitaker beat Oscar. I don't give a damn what nobody say. And you know I was a Pernell Whitaker fanboy. When he beat Oscar, when he beat Pernell, when they gave, I think it was a split decision, something like that. And he said he didn't want to give Pernell a rematch and all that shit there. I was mad. I was beefing with Oscar ever since then. I'm dead ass serious. I'm admitting my hate. I'm being fair. I'm admitting my hate. You say Chavez 89-0. Yeah, but you know that now. Hold on, Julio. Hold on, my brother. Chavez was 89-0, but boy, a lot of those fights he had in Mexico, we don't know who the hell he was fighting. I'm being honest with you, dog. But when he came with shit, when Chavez came to America, shit, he was. Now he did fight some bad boys and he beat some bad boys. You know, he fought Azuma Nelson. I think he fought Azuma Nelson, right? I think Chavez fought Azuma Nelson. Yeah, he fought Azuma Nelson. He fought some bad boys now, but I'm just saying, dog. He beat Roger Mayweather. He beat the Black Mamba. He did beat the Black Mamba. Now he beat the Black Mamba. Beat him twice, if I'm not mistaken. So Chavez. You know what? I'm defeating my whole argument. hey, woman dog. Hold on. Wait. Who said 89-0? 89-0. Hey, I'm defeating my whole argument because now that I think about it, I said, damn, he did beat some of my favorite fighters. That man, fuck Chavez. hey, I'm getting mad all over again. But yeah, man. He beat Camacho. Yeah, he beat Camacho. Hey, Julio, what you say? He said, you're right, coach. Hey, he beat Camacho. I used to love Camacho, man. He beat Camacho. I'm like, damn. Beat Azuma. Man, bro, listen, bro. I was a fierce Julio Cesar Chavez hater. And then when De La Hoya beat Chavez, I was happy that he beat Chavez. But that was kind of like the passing of the torch fight. But then something happened. I started hating De La Hoya on the Pernell Whitaker fight. Shit, truth be told, I just started. Hey, Paul, what you say? He never fought Azuma Nelson? For some reason, I thought he fought Azuma Nelson. Oh, you know what? You're right. My bad. You know what I'm thinking about? You know what I'm thinking about, fam? I'm thinking about not Azuma Nelson, fam. Sorry about that, bro. I'm thinking about who that was that Chavez fought? Not Meldrick Taylor. Not Pernell Whitaker. Damn, how the fuck I got him confused with doggone Azuma Nelson? Hold on. It was, man, I was mad as hell that Chavez beat him, man. Boy, listen, bro, I was a diehard Chavez hater. Here you go right here. Let me see who the brother is he fought. I was mad at the motherfucker. Because me and my uncle watched this fight. Where he at? Where he at? Let me see. Frankie Randall. That's who it was. Frankie Randall. My bad. Frankie Randall, dog. Hey, Diallo Huggy. That's it. Frankie Randall. Yeah, I was mad at the motherfucker, dog. Frankie Randall. I was mad about that, dog. No, not Roger Mayweather. It was Frankie Randall. I'm talking about goddamn Azuma Nelson. Azuma Nelson fought featherweight. Frankie Randall, man. Man, Diallo Huggy. I was mad, boy. I was 38 hot, boy. Man, listen. I think that was that a split decision? I think that was a split decision. Hey, what you say, family? Say, Randall beat Chavez first. Bro, I was 38. Boy, I was 38 hot, boy. I was 38 hot, boy. That was, let me see, 1994. 1994, then they ran it back. And, they ran it back 6 months. No, they ran it back 4 months later. They fought. They fought They fought January 1994, and then 1990, and then May the 7th, Chavez stopped him. And then Major Taylor, he stopped Major Taylor in the second time. No, man, I'm mad at the motherfucker, man. He said, Coach, this deserves a Broner Club. Bro, man, bro, listen, bro. Bro, hey, listen, bro. I hated Chavez, bro. Shout out to Racetrack. Hey, okay. We're talking about that $2. Bam, super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, Coach, this deserves a Broner Club. Hey, bro, listen here, bro. I'm just being honest with you, dog. Hey, I'm just being honest with you. Man, bro. Oh, man.
Shut that soft ass shit up.
And the best man
Shut that that's some soft ass shit. Shut that soft ass shit up. All that soft talking. I know you can do it, man. You got to, man, shut that soft ass shit up.
Hulk, what'd you say? He said Randall beat him twice. No, one time, no, the one fight, Chavez beat him. Chavez stopped him. Chavez stopped him in 94. I was mad at the motherfucker, dog. Hulk, I hated Chavez, dog. I swear I hated Chavez. And then my hate, Fotex, what you say? He say, so you're telling me, Coach, there used to be boys? True. Bro, I was mad at the motherfucker, man. Yeah. I'm talking about the second fight. Man, I'm talking about the second fight, Jaime. Man, I was mad at the motherfucker, dog. And then check this out. Flex, you said that was a bad stoppage. Bro, check this out, fam. And then what made me mad was this. Once Oscar beat Chavez, Oscar kind of like became, like Oscar was that guy. You see what I'm saying? Oscar was that guy. And a lot of you old school cats and watch box, you know what I'm talking about. It was certain fighters you couldn't beat in Vegas. It was hard to beat them in Vegas. Sugar Ray Leonard was one. You know, I love Marvis Hagler. I like Hagler over Sugar Ray. We have debates about Sugar Ray and Hagler right now today. You know what I mean? Bro, like, it was just certain fighters, dog. Man. Bro, if PBC Central, boy, if they would have had if they would have had the internet back then and the Alphabet Boy community back then, I would have been the first one to sign up. Bro. I was a show enough hater, bro. I ain't gonna say, he said, Wazoo Chavez clip. That would make you feel better, Coach. Hey, bro, that fight right there, you know what though? A lot of people were saying that Chavez was kind of like past his prime at that time. Like, hey, let me ask you a question. What would you guys consider a prime Julio Cesar Chavez? Hey, shout out to Flex. Hey, okay. But after that quarter of a bam, double your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Oh, bless, what you say, sis? Bless say, can we get the commandments before the live ends? They can't know.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Hey, I was mad he beat Roger Mayweather. hey, you know what? I was an original hater, boy. Hey, listen, I was an original hater. Oh, he don't beat the Black Mamba? Oh, he don't beat the Black Mamba, man. Damn, he beat the Black Mamba. Bro, Roger Mayweather was hitting Chavez with some stuff. Bap, bap. Bro, he ain't even phase him, dog. He ain't even phase him. Chavez can take a punch, bro. Chavez can take a punch, dog. Chavez can take a punch. I'm gonna tell you somebody else I hated. Let me see. Was it I know De La Hoya. And De La Hoya beat Ike Cortez. I thought Ike Cortez won that fight. I thought Ike Cortez got robbed. Like, De La Hoya used to always get the benefit of the doubt, dog. That joint was to piss me off, bro. Oh, it used to piss me off. Hey, Fotex, what'd you say, fam? He said, no, Coach. He said, what he said would be Fanny Nanny. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Hey, I'd have been a Fanny Nanny, ego. Oh, man, yes, bro. Bro, I would have been that times 10. I'm dead serious. Hey, I'm dead serious, bro. I would have been. Bro, he said, speaking of Taylor, the other guy Josh Taylor been talking about, the other guy Josh Taylor been talking like he been victorious lately. Hey, well, you know, Josh Taylor, you know, he won a controversial decision. I don't think he won that fight. I don't think he won that fight. Yeah, Bless, I'm gonna pull it up right now. Jaime, what you say? Jaime say, Coach, I had Corte winning too. Bro, I was, hey, listen, hey, Jaime, I don't want to get traumatized. You know, I'm having flashbacks right now. Shout out to Valo.
Hey,
For dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said Chavez prime was when he was fighting when he was fighting fighters with 0-1-1 records, like he had 60 fights. Hey, I goddamn, bro. Boy, I'm telling you, boy, I ain't gonna lie. I'm just being honest with you. I was a hater, dog. I was a hater. I gotta admit. Bro. I would have been. Now that I think about it, I'd have been on the LDBC. I'd have been front line and center. I would have hated because I hated Chavez, hated doggone De La Hoya, shit, who else I hated? It was some black fighters I ain't like. It was some black fighters I ain't like neither. Damn. What was some of the black fighters I didn't like? Damn, I can't think of none. Think about it. So I can't think of none. I can't think of none. I said, what were some of the black fighters I didn't like? Oh yeah, you know what? I didn't like Evander Holyfield when he beat Mike Tyson. I didn't like Holyfield. I didn't like Lennox Lewis. Didn't like Lennox Lewis at all. I couldn't stand Lennox Lewis. Holyfield beat Tyson. I didn't like him. I didn't like Buster Douglas. He beat Mike Tyson. There go some black fighters right there. I hated Buster Douglas. Hated Evander Holyfield after he beat Mike Tyson. Hated Lennox Lewis. I ain't never liked Lennox. I just started liking Lennox Lewis about 5 years ago, to be honest with you. Anybody beat Tyson, I didn't like him. Anybody beat Tyson, I didn't like him. I'm just being honest with you. You beat Tyson, the hell with you. Hey, listen, I didn't like Antonio Tarver once he knocked Roy Jones out. I didn't like Tarver. Shoot. I ain't like him at all. I didn't like Glenn Johnson. You beat Roy, I didn't like it. I didn't like Calzaghe. I ain't like him. Didn't like him at all. Damn, I got some more. I got some more fighters I used to hate now. I got some more fighters I used to hate now. You know, I got some more fighters I used to hate. Hold on. Did I get you the 100?
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Bruh, listen. Oh my God, bruh. Oh, Antonio Tarver, I hated him, bro. I hate him. Hey, you know what? On the low, I don't think I'm trying to think, do I like him now? I might not be too crazy about him now. But, you know, I'm willing to let bygones be bygones. Shout out to Bless. She said, my mom said she cried when Roy Jones lost. Oh, listen, Bless. Oh, my God, when Roy lost, oh, my Lord, man. But you want to see crying, Bless? When Buster Douglas beat Mike Tyson. Bless. This is a true story, guys. I'm going to pull up the commandments. This is a true story. It was like we was in an apartment complex in the trap. We was at somebody's house, somebody's apartment. It was like 10 of us, 10, 15 jits. You know, all us 16 years old. We just knew Mike Tyson gonna knock out Buster Douglas. You talking about this Iron Mike Tyson. He had the Punch Out video game. Mike Tyson, all the celebrities loved him. Mike Tyson was a global phenomenon. They loved him in Japan, loved him in China. Like, Mike Tyson was huge. They had endorsements with Nintendo. Bro, like, this dude was huge. Man, bro. Man, Buster Douglas, man. I didn't know Mike Tyson was snorting, up all night snorting coke with Bobby Brown. The night of the fight, the night before the fight. Snorting coke, banging it out with the hotel maids and stuff like that. I didn't know he was doing all that. Up all night. I didn't know that. Man, Buster Douglas put them MC Hammers on Tyson. Bro, he was hitting them with beautiful combinations too. Bap, bap, bap. Hey, Bless, it wasn't no 1-2s. He was hitting Mike Tyson with 3s, 4s, and 5s. Bap, 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 bap. You know, damn, Mike, he hit you with a 4-punch combination. Bro, Mike Tyson can take a punch. Ain't no one punch going. Listen, if you look at any fight that Mike Tyson lost, ain't no one punch knocked him out. Bro, it was an accumulation of punches that did it. But he was eating them punches. He was eating them. I think Buster Douglas was like a 42, 43-1 underdog. That might have been the biggest underdog in the history of boxing, something like that. I'm not sure. Man, that man beat Mike Tyson. Bless. When he was hitting him, when he knocked him out, right? I swear, it was like it was in slow motion. It was like he was like Mike Tyson kind of like grabbed him and he kind of like pushed him a little bit. Then he caught him with the jab. Bap. Caught him with the right hand. Bap. Came back with the left. Bap. And then he finished him with the right. He finished with the white cross. Bap. Mike was, bro, Bless. It was like it was happening in slow motion. We was watching the TV screen. We were like, no. Like we was, hey, Bless, I BS you not. We were like, no, just imagine 10 chicks in an apartment. We were like, no. And then when Mike hit the ground, he kind of like bounced off the ground. The mouthpiece came out his mouth. And then he would pick it up and put it back in the mouth sideways. Bro, listen, Richard Steele was the referee. Man, shit. Bless, I cried. 16 years old. But all of us, we was crying. Like boo-hoo, like crying. Yeah, I'm dead serious. Dead serious. I'm having flashbacks right now. 32 years ago, I'm still having flashbacks of that ass woman. Hey, Tony, he said Tyson dropped him though. And yeah, he dropped him and he should have won the fight. He should have won the fight. It was a long count. Hey, you know how Wilder knocked out Tyson Fury in the first fight. And he was saying that it was a long count. You know, the referee allowed Fury to get up, and Fury beat the count. But that was a long count. Before that, before the long count with Fury and Wilder, they had the long count with Mike Tyson and Buster Douglas. Yeah. No. Matter of fact, Tyson won that fight. Tyson won that fight. Oh, it was the uppercut. Bap, he caught. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, he caught him with the uppercut. Bap. Tyson's head was looking like a bobber head. Then he came back with the left. Bap. And then he finished him with the right cross. Oh, Lord, man, goddamn. What you say? He said that then Holyfield put them paws on him in the next fight. Yeah. Paul Holyfield put them paws on the man and won the belt back. Man, that shit had me, bro. Bro, I'm still mad. Bro, don't talk to me about that. And then just a fan, what you say, fam? He said it's funny how people say long count when the clock is all on the video. Confirmation bias, my brother. Confirmation bias. See, if the information does not support what I already want to believe, I'm gonna ignore all of the other mitigating circumstances. Confirmation bias. Hey, what you say, AI? He say, Coach, Chavez almost pulled that off against Sergio Martinez. Hey, man, look here, man. I like Chavez now. I'm not gonna lie. I like Chavez now. I realized I was a hater. You know, I do realize that. But hey, Kefir, what you say, fam? He said Richard Steele has been on some iconic boxing fights. Yeah, he has. He has been on some. Him and Mills Lane as well. Him and Mills Lane. Chase Money, what you say? He said, Coach, that was traumatic. I couldn't watch the replay for 20 years though. Like, hey, and then Roy got knocked out by Tarver. Oh Lord, man, bro. Roy got knocked out by Tarver. I remember it like it was yesterday. Let me pull up the commandments. I remember like it was yesterday. Bless. I remember like it was yesterday. Roy Jones had to move. Hold on. Let's pull up Roy. Roy had to move up the heavyweight. See, a lot of this stuff that I hear going on in boxing, I heard this stuff before. Roy Jones was a knockout artist. He was knocking people out. He couldn't get the respect. He couldn't get the respect of people like Larry Merchant, stuff like that. They hated Roy Jones. You know, they always said, oh, Roy Jones ain't fighting nobody, this and that, this and that. You know how they say, well, if a fighter get you knockouts, you know, he'll be popular because he get you knockouts. Shit, nigga, please. The mainstream media, they did not like Roy Jones. They did not like Roy Jones. Roy, let's see. Roy fought John Ruiz. Here you go right here, y'all. Here you go right here. Roy fought John. See, Roy had to keep moving up and wait because he wasn't getting no credit. Like when he beat people, they was, oh, you know, he ain't fought nobody, this and that, yada 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 yada. Montel Griffin, that was a DQ. They cheated Roy Jones on that. You know, he hit the man when he was down, but that should have been no goddamn DQ. I mean, the referee didn't jump in it. You know, that was a heated fight. Now, Montel Griffin, he for some reason, Montel Griffin always had James Toney number. James Toney, for some reason, he called hell with Montel Griffin. He beat Mike McCallum. I was at the fight. I was at the fight when Roy beat Mike McCallum. You know what I mean? So that, you know, they were saying that, oh man, you know, Roy, you know, he destroyed Vinny Paziano. You know, James Toney, he beat Lights Out at super middleweight. So, you know, and James Lights Out Toney was that guy at that time. So they were saying that, you know, he ain't fighting nobody because he was making it look easy, right? So Roy had to moved up. No, he beat Virgil Hill, stuff like that. Roy after he lost Montel Griffin, Roy had to moved up right here. This is what I want to show y'all. He moved up and he fought John Ruiz. When he beat John Ruiz, you know, became the WBA heavyweight champion. He came back down. He came back down because I think he had titles. He retained his titles at light heavyweight. He had the IBO. I think he had the IBO in the ring. And then he won the WBC and the vacant WBA titles in the light heavyweight division. He dropped all the way down from heavyweight to light heavyweight to fight Antonio Tarver. That's a lot of weight to lose. When he beat Tarver the first time, and some would say that Antonio Tarver really did beat Roy. Some would say that Antonio Tarver beat Roy in the majority decision. Some would say that Antonio Tarver beat him, right? When they fought him, Roy ego was so big, and Antonio Tarver was talking so much trash because Antonio Tarver talked Roy into giving him the rematch. Antonio Tarver had a mouthpiece. Two Florida boys. I think Antonio Tarver from Orlando, if I'm not mistaken. And we know Roy from Pensacola, right? Two Florida boys. On Diallo, what you say? He said Montel Griffin sold that KO. He definitely flopped. Yeah, he flopped, man. You know, hey, Huggy Bill, you already know that. Listen, check this out. Antonio Tarver talked Roy into coming to fighting him again. I never forget when they was face to face in the ring. I remember the words like it was yesterday. He say, "What's gonna be your excuse this time, Roy?" Remember that? Hey, woohoo! What you say, fam? He said, yes, you're right. Orlando versus Pensacola. Hey, remember that? What's gonna be your excuse this time, Roy? He said, you got any excuses tonight, Roy? Yeah, something like that. Knock motherfucking dog out. He knocked Roy out. Oh, Lord, he knocked Roy out. Boy, guess what? I ain't like him. Guess what? I ain't like Antonio Tarver no more. Roy was that guy in Florida. It was two fighters who we loved in Florida. Roy Jones was number one, and Winky Wright was number two. Roy Jones was number one, Winky Wright was number two. Ain't nobody never really like what's crazy about Antonio Tarver in Florida. I'm being honest with you. And this ain't no shade to Antonio Tarver. This ain't no shade to him, but we're nobody really crazy about him. We love Roy Jones. We love Roy. You see what I'm saying? Hey, yeah, Antonio, we wasn't, you know. Shout out to the one, Mr. Ham. He said he destroyed Montel Griffin in the second fight. Oh, yeah, he ran through him like Nimrod. Sure enough did. It's crazy because Montel Griffin, I think, didn't he beat James Lights Out Tony. I think they fought twice, if I'm not mistaken. I think they fought twice. Let me see, fam. James Tony couldn't. I don't know what it was at Montel Griffin, man. I don't know what it was at Montel Griffin, man. For some reason, bro, like he lost to Roy Jones. Was it Montel Griffin? Yeah, I think it was Montel Griffin. Lights out. Damn, boy, lights out. Damn, James Tony, boy. No, that's Montel Griffin. Montel got some losses. Let me see. Roy, James Tony. Yeah, man, like, yeah. He beat James Tony twice. James Tony had his number. I mean, he beat James Tony. Montel Griffin beat James Tony twice. I didn't see the. I don't think I did. I see the first one. Yeah, I think. Yeah, you know what? Nah, I didn't see the. Did I see the? No, I didn't see the first one. I saw the second one. Now that I think about it, bro, for some reason, for some reason, he had his number. Like he just couldn't. He had his number. Like I don't know what it was. Like Montel Griffin had. He said, Taba fought Rocky Balboa. Oh, you talking about in the Rocky movie? F Society, what he say? He said Tava has that crooked stroke mouth. Yeah, I didn't like Tava. I'm not. Well, we didn't really like Tava like that. Tava wasn't popular here in Florida. I'm just being honest with you. He wasn't popular here in Florida. F Society, what did he say? He said, Roy lost. I became an alcoholic for 10 years straight. Hey, listen, bro, Antonio Tava, he wasn't popular like that in Florida. I'm just being honest with you, friend. I'm like, he wasn't. He wasn't popular like that. Like, it was Roy Jones. Y'all must have forgot. And right behind him was the guy who didn't nobody want to fight, Winky Wright. It was Roy, then Winky Wright, and we didn't even talk about Tava. I'm being dead ass right now. We didn't even talk about Tava. Once he beat Roy, he was done. We was done. We disowned him. I think we sent him to New York or we sent him to Philly. We sent him somewhere. We sent him, so he wasn't, we ain't want to have nothing to do with him no more. He said Roy lost. Oh, he said Roy lost, you became an alcoholic. I'm dead serious, bro. Nigel Hines, he said Winky Wright was one of the best southpaws I ever seen in the ring, coach. Yeah, listen, man. Understood angles very well, Nigel. I love Winky Wright too. Yeah, we kicked them to the curb. Like, yeah, y'all got Antonio Tava. Man, I ain't caring about no goddamn Antonio Tava. We ain't like Antonio Tava. He said Tava was so flat-footed too. Yeah, but you know what though? He timed Roy. He timed him. What you say, fam? He say no one is that emotional over boxing anymore. That proves how much boxing is falling off. Nah, boxing is the most watched. I think boxing is the most watched sport in the world, if I'm not mistaken. Well, are you talking about from an enthusiasm standpoint? I think it's the most watched comeback sport. I need to preface that. Comeback sport. Out of the comeback sports, I think boxing is still number one out of the most watched comeback sports. I'm not doing anything disparaging against MMA, but if I'm not mistaken, I'm thinking that's what I'm thinking. I think it's the most watched. Yeah. I had to preface that. Not the most watched sport. I mean comeback sport. Comeback sport, fam. I think out of the MMA and boxing, I think boxing is You say boxing is not UFC has clinched that? So you saying UFC is more watched than boxing around the world? They have a lot of boxing matches, fam. They have a lot of boxing matches. You say MMA is more watched, boxing fell off? Hey, y'all, what you say, fam? You say Winky post the Vasquez fight was great, but Vasquez put a beating on Winky right that night. I'm talking about like globally. So you saying globally MMA is more watched than boxing? De La Hoya, what you say, fam? You say Oscar De La Hoya tried to lowball Winky right. Knockdown 305 say not globally. We gotta look that up, fam. We gotta look that up, fam. We gotta look that up. We gotta look that up. We gotta look that up. Because I'm talking about globally. So you saying, yeah, globally is huge in Asia and Europe, not to mention America. What you say, Money Grams? You say, yeah, only diehard fans watch boxing. You know what? I got to do some research on that, dog. Like, which is the most watched sport, combat sport? Because now you're talking about what Leonard Ellerby's talking about now. Like, he said the casual boxing fans, there's only like a small few. Leonard Ellerby said that it's only like 200,000. I think he said only like 200,000. I think both, but I think both sports have casual boxing fans as well, and they have hardcore, not boxing fans, sorry about that. I think both sports, MMA and boxing, have diehard, hardcore fan bases, and they have casuals as well. You know what I mean? I'm gonna have to look that up. I'm gonna have to look that up, fam. I'm gonna have to look that up. You know what I mean? Because I gotta see some data. I gotta see some data on that. I gotta see some data on that. Jan, what you say, fam? JAM, what you say, fam? You say boxing is more dangerous than MMA. Repeated blows to the head. I gotta look at the data on that, bro. Cause I want to make sure. So Thug and D say numbers is made to be rigged. Okay, so if the numbers are made to be rigged, okay, fine. How do you determine what's the most watched? If you can't believe the numbers, then how do you know which one is the most watched? That means that we don't know the answer to that. You see what I'm saying? Huggy Bell, what you say, fam? You say MMA is more popular than boxing, mainly due to UFC and ONE FC. See, I don't even know what ONE FC is. I don't even know what ONE FC is because I really don't watch a lot of UFC. You know what I mean? I watch it with certain, like, I would be considered a casual in the UFC field. Huggy Bell, I would be considered a casual because I really don't know much about UFC. I'm just being honest with you. I really don't know much about the UFC. Let's see what you say. You say Pippin is more popular. He talking some goddamn Pippin. He talking about Pippin. Hey man, what you say, fam? You say some people are letting the fighter purses for MMA cloud their judgment for its popularity. UFC and ESPN take 80% of the revenue. Yeah, but I see what you're saying, popularity, but I gotta look that up, fam. I'm gonna do some research on that. I'm gonna do some research on that. Mo, what you say, fam? You say only boxer doing MMA watch numbers is Canelo. You talking about on the pay-per-view? No, I thought on the MMA they have millions. They doing like millions in pay-per-views, right? Canelo not doing that no more. Canelo's not doing that no more. Not in today's time. If you're talking about pay-per-view. The one, Mr. Ham, what you say, family? So I disagree with that. What some of y'all are saying. Boxing is still above MMA in viewership. I got to do some research on that, dog, because I've always thought, because boxing has always been the number one comeback sport in the world. to my knowledge, that I've always, to my knowledge. But if MMA overtaking that, I want to check that out. I want to do some research on that. He said, I agree with the boxing being more dangerous because of the gloves. They all take more punishment throughout the fight. The UFC has never had a death. Oh, you know what? I didn't even know that. Hey, you know what? Just a fan. You say UFC never had a death before? Is that factual? Thug and D, what you say, fam? He say, Coach, them numbers tricky. Tell you what though. How much the gate made? You know what? I don't know. I don't even know, fam. I need to look that up too, Thug and D. I need to look that up too. Cause I really want to know that. I really want to know that. What you say, fam? He said, yeah, their pay-per-views are routinely north of 500K. I thought the UFC was doing millions. Like they always get like over a million pay-per-view buys. I thought they was doing that. Because the UFC cards are they always stacked, right? Again, I'm a casual when it comes to UFC, so I don't know. I'm asking you guys because I don't know. I really don't watch UFC, so I really don't know. You see what I'm saying? I'm asking because I genuinely don't know. I don't know a whole lot about UFC. I was watching UFC back, when they had Ken Shamrock and what my main man name? Tank Abbott and this in the 90s. Tank Abbott and Ortiz, Tito, was it Tito Ortiz? Back then. F Society, you say there's 13 deaths a year average in boxing. So there's been no deaths. There's been no deaths in the UFC, huh? Wow, okay. Damn, you know what? Damn, I didn't even know that. Yeah, because that UFC low. But you know what though? Y'all might be right about that. That would kind of, if that's true, that would kind of make sense. You know what? If that's true, that would kind of make sense because they got the referee right there, right? As soon as you get hurt and they get you on the ground, the dude go to pounding and like, damn. You right about that. Boxing like somebody like an Arturo Gatti. Arturo Gatti used to be in wars. They don't really have no wars like that. They don't really have no wars like that in UFC like that, huh? What you say, Thuggy D? He said they recruit Kimbo and Brock Lesnar. But Brock Lesnar was wrestling. He went back to wrestling. Yeah. Kimbo, Kimbo ain't had no business in the UFC. He ain't had no business in the UFC. He said MMA correct term, yeah. Yeah, he didn't have no business. Now Kimbo Slice ain't had no business in the UFC. You know what I mean? He was good at and you know what? Kimbo came up in the YouTube era too. He came up in that YouTube era where you was able to see those videos, see him fighting in the backyard and all that stuff there. He came up in the right time. He came up in the right time. He did. I don't know, man, because I was sitting back like, damn, bro, I can't believe that. So in North America, when Canelo fight, he's the only one that's carrying the pay-per-views for boxing. Spence does good numbers. I mean, Spence does good numbers for his status. Errol Spence does good numbers for the level that he's on. He's not on Canelo's level. But no one is in America, so it is what it is. The thing is with Canelo is because he requires so much money to be paid, I would assume the networks, like when Canelo fought Caleb Plant on Showtime, they paid him $40 million guaranteed for what was reported. Caleb Plant, he probably got $1 million and $9 million on the back end. And then I wonder what was the break-even number. And they said he did like 700-something thousand, almost 800,000. So when when you're paying a fighter that much money, you got a lot to sell in order to try to recoup your money with a profit. Versus UFC, they don't have a large overhead to pay a fighter, so they don't have to sell that many pay-per-views in order to recoup their money and make a profit and some. Right? What you say, Six God? What you say? He say sounds like in that world of comp, not the bombs. Let's see. Kennedy, what you say, family? Say Kimbo was a street fighter, nothing more. Yeah. He ain't had no business no goddamn he ain't had no business in no. Yeah. He ain't had no business in no Hey, what you say, family? Say, Coach, you'll never see a Corrales Castillo fight in the UFC. That fight would have ended as soon as Corrales went down. Yeah, you're right about that. Now, I will say this. Boxing has to be more brutal than MMA. I thought MMA was more barbaric, but now you think about it, those fighters do take punishment over a long period of time. Just look at Arturo Gatti. Every time he fought, he was bleeding, and like Arturo Gatti he had a fan-friendly style, but god damn, at what price? At what cost? Fotex, what you say, family? Say boxing is a dying sport. You think, bro, listen, man, I'm hearing mixed stuff, fam. I don't know about boxing being no dying sport, dog. I don't know if I agree with that, fam. I don't know if I agree with that, man. I'm gonna have to do some research on this, bro. Bro, like you let me write this down. Let me write this down, Fotex. Let me see, man. I don't know if I agree with that, because I think you might be going by. See, I think what's throwing you off, you going by probably what's going on online and maybe in America. I'm talking about from a global standpoint. No, man, boxing is different, bruh. Boxing is different, fam. Let me see. See, I think if we get caught up in the bubble of the United States of America, you'll say, "Oh man, boxing dying and this and that." I think that's what it is. I think that's what it is. And then if you listen to these echo chambers online with certain YouTube channels, you would think that. I'm gonna tell, and I can tell you why you would think that, because those guys talk about the same fighters every day. They're gonna talk about, I hate Crawford, F Crawford, don't like Crawford, care nothing about Crawford. I want to slap Crawford. I want to beat him up. I don't care nothing about Crawford. Crawford don't like his baby mama. Crawford went fishing. Crawford ain't said this. Crawford ain't signed his contract. Crawford on Cross Street. So you have dedicated, I hate, you hearing about this one fight all the time. And then I don't like Canelo. F Canelo, he's a cheater. F Canelo, Canelo overrated. So what happens is, I think if you're looking within the bubble of certain channels, certain channels are, look here, man, I don't like Devin Haney, I don't like Crawford, I don't like Spence, I love Canelo, we worship Canelo, we love Bam Rodriguez, we love all the Mexican fighters. You get what I'm saying? If you get caught up, you get what I'm saying. I'm not saying that's what you're doing, Fotex, but I need to sit back and really analyze and break it down and look at it. You see what I'm saying? Because I think if you look within the microcosm of what's going on online, it'll make you think that. And I don't think that's a proper barometer to gauge it by. You get what I'm saying, fam? Because I don't know what the requirements are. I don't know why, like, where are you deriving that from? Where are you getting that boxing is dying? You see what I'm saying? You say facts. Boxing is thriving globally. Look at the UK and Mexico and tell me boxing is dying. Yeah, exactly. Like, if you're looking at it from your bubble, you get what I'm saying? If you look at it from the context of an echo chamber, you will probably say that. Because some people will probably say, "Oh man, boxing dead because we ain't got enough black fighters that's dominating the sport of boxing. It's dead. I don't know, nobody want to see it." Then you may say boxing dead because, "Oh man, we ain't got enough Mexican fighters that's champions in the key divisions. It's born. It's dead." You see what I'm saying? Then one guy, like, I don't know the criteria. Then another guy may say boxing, it may feel like it's dead to him because you don't have enough white champions in certain divisions. You get what I'm saying, fam? So I don't know exactly what's what's the criteria from what you're saying that is dead at. Again, the context I'm talking about globally. You know, he said, Coach, watching logical and objective YouTube channels such as yourself made me a fan of boxing. Oh, VQ Chris, what's going on, fam? Richard, what you say, fam? You say the money and the fighters wanting more than their worth in sales. Yeah. I get what you're saying. I'm gonna be. You know what though? I'm gonna tell you what's going on a lot too in boxing. Like we been getting some good fights, but sometimes a lot of stuff that happens is it be a lot of the politics. Like, bro, perfect example. You know, I ain't gonna even bring this up because this shit people get their panties in the bunch. Like, if you're not with certain promotional companies, you can't. Promoters don't want to cross promote. They don't want to cross promote. They don't want to, you know what I mean? Well, I don't want to, cross the street, go on the other side of the street, try to make sure this fighter become undisputed, this and that. They don't do that. Like when Don King and Bob Arum was forced to do business with Don King. And Don was a savage. Don was a savage. Because Don gonna sign everybody and say, look here, man, you either gonna roll with me, Don gonna sign everybody and make the fights happen. Kefren, what you say for me? Say boxing is dying in Puerto Rico. No champions. There's no Puerto Rican champions. You got what the dude name? Who bit the guy? He got a belt. I think he got a belt. He ain't got no major belt, but damn, what the dude name who bit the guy? Edgar Berlanga. Edgar Berlanga, he's a champion, right? He a champion. Fotex, what you say for me? Say boxing only has one star, while other sports have multiple stars. Just an opinion. Oh, okay. I don't know if you depends on who you talk to. You know what I mean? Boxing has more than one star, though. I mean, like you said, that's just your opinion. You got Canelo. He's a superstar boxer. Anthony Joshua, he's a superstar boxer. That's 2. Tyson Fury, he's a superstar boxer. That's 3. You know what I mean? Who else? In Japan, doggone Inoue, he's a superstar boxer. You feel me? Yeah, he's a superstar boxer. I don't agree with that one superstar now. I don't know about that, man. I don't know about that, fam. Hey, Diallo, he say Berlanga paper champ. Yeah, Berlanga got a belt. JBN, he say Berlanga's not a champion, coach. No, I'm finna show you right now. Hold on. I'm finna show you right now. Finna show you. Edgar Berlanga. I'm finna show you right now. He got a belt. I'm dead ass serious, dog. I couldn't believe it. Because I remember they showed it. I remember they showed the belt. They showed his belt. They showed his belt. Let's see what kind of belt he got. Here you go right here. I'm dead ass serious. Here you go right here. Edgar Berlanga. Here you go. Here you go right here. Hold on, let me close this. Edgar Berlanga. Hold on, let me move it. Let me take this banner down. For everybody who say Edgar Berlanga not a champion. Edgar Berlanga is a champion. He has a belt. It might be it's a featherweight belt, but he got a belt. It says right here, Edgar Berlanga, he won the vacant NABO super middleweight title back on October the 9th, 2021. So Edgar Berlanga is a champion. He is the WBO. He is the NABO super middleweight champ. Hey, so it is what it is, man. So hey, he's a champ. Now, you see it right here, the NABO. And I think is that a W? Yeah, he won the vacant. Yes, he's a super middleweight champion. Anybody want the smoke? Anybody want the smoke from Edgar? You know what I mean? They want to become a champ. They gotta fight him. JBN, what you say, fam?
True.
Hey, man. So when they say Edgar not a champ, he's a champ. Edgar is a champ. Hey. VQ Chris say, anybody, coach. Edgar is a champ. So you do have something to be happy about. You do have something to be happy about. Edgar Berlanga is a champ. Facts. He's a champ. I just showed it to you. He is the super middleweight, NABO super middleweight champion. That's facts. If he would have lost against Alexis Angulo this past weekend, not this past weekend. If he would have lost on when I was a couple of weeks ago, what's that? June 11th. Yeah, if he would have lost, then guess what? He would have been he would have lost his belt. He would have lost his title. Hey, JB say, my mind is blown, coach. I didn't know. Hey, JB, I ain't gonna lie. I am kind of being facetious. Really, you was right. Really, you were right. He is not a champion. But to be honest, to be fair, you were right, brother. He's not a champion. Because I don't count the NABO. What the hell is the NABO belt? But anyway, for entertainment purposes, we're gonna say the man is a champion. He's a champion. Hey, Nelly, what you say, fam? He said, stop hating on the biting person. Hey, you know what? You know they suspended Edgar Berlanga for 6 months. Y'all know that? You know they suspended him for 6 months for biting. I'm dead serious. He said Fat Joe knew his boy was dead wrong for biting. Yo, Joe didn't even want to address it. Bruce Gas, what you say, my brother? You say North American Boxing Organization? Wow. Yeah. He the champ. That's the one right there. That's the one. Yes, sir. Yeah. That's it right there, man. That's it right there.
What about Rocky Marciano?
Oh, there they go. Every time I start talking about boxing, a white man got to pull Rocky Marciano out their ass. That's the one. Rocky Marciano. Let me tell you something wonderful. Rocky Marciano was good, but compared to Joe Louis, Rocky Marciano ain't shit.
He beat Joe Louis's ass.
The NABO. Hey, shout out to Bruce Gas in the building, man. Shout out. That's they one. Every time I talk about super middleweight division, a Puerto Rican got to pull Edgar Berlanga out their ass. That's the one right there. Edgar Berlanga. Hey, Edgar Berlanga is good, but in comparison to Alexis Angulo, Edgar Berlanga ain't ish. He beat Alexis Angulo's ass. Hey, bless. That's their one right there. That's their one, bless. That's their one right there, boy. Hey. Oh, shout out to Karma Serene. Salute the calm. So you know what, man? So I'm gonna just say this. To be honest, guys, I know that we want to see Canelo fight Jermall Charlo. We want to see Canelo fight Demetrius Andrade. But at the same time, I get the argument, right? But all I'm saying is, if you want to be fair about it, you gotta keep the same energy with a Jermall Charlo or anyone else you want to see Canelo fight. I can't say that I want to see this guy do this and this, and he ain't fighting nobody, he ain't doing such and such. Okay, but this dude is a 4-division champion. He's undisputed in the super middleweight division. And the guy that you're talking about, he's fought one champ. When I say champion, I'm talking about a guy who had a belt at the time. He fought a dude named Cornelius, they call him Cornelius Bunny. I don't know his last name. I think they call him K9. He was 5'6" tall. He's a little guy. He beat him. Took his belt from him. And that's the only champion that he's fought that actually had a belt in the 14 years he's been a boxer. You can't diminish everything this one guy's doing. Undisputed, pound for pound, 4-division world weight champion. You can't tear down what this guy doing and in one breath, but try to big up this other guy. that's ain't doing nowhere near what the dude who y'all tearing down doing. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying, just be fair about it. What you say? You say Usman is the hard code for crack. You need to just be well rounded as him. Oh, you talking about in the MMA, Usman? You talking about in the MMA? All right, let's give everybody a round of applause. I'm blessed. I'm trying to find the doggone commandments, man. I don't uploaded so much stuff. Oh, here he goes. Here we go. I got it, blessed. I got him, show. I get him, show. I get him. I gotta do this for my sister. Shout out the racetrack. Hey, okay. Dropping that $2. Bam, super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Hey, what you say, fam? You say, coach. You say, coach. Give him that. Give him that Charlo Houston clip.
We the Charlo twins. We known for calling everybody out.
Please call these people out. Listen, the whole world's looking at you. Call these people out.
What's up? It's the Jermall the Hitman Charlo. Let's get it. Who want it?
Name them names, man.
They know who they is.
Name them names, please. The names need to be named.
They know who they is.
The Mexican monster.
Mexican monster.
Canelo.
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. The worst thing that Jermall Charlo could have done was go on Mike Tyson's podcast, because it made him look like a whole B.I.H. on these streets. Because he said, we the Charlo twins, we known for calling people out. And then when Mike put you on the spot to call people out, you don't call them out. They know who they is. No, you just said, we the Charlo twins, we known for calling people out. Please call these people. And Mike was begging him. He said, please call these people out. Please. You got millions. He said, you have millions of people watching you. Please call them out. Yo, what up? I want to hear that one more time. Just one more time, then we're going to go to the committee.
We the Charlo twins. We known for calling everybody out.
Please call these people out. Listen, the whole world's looking at you. Call these people out,
What's up? It's the Jermall the Hitman Charlo. Let's get it. Who want it?
Name them names, man.
They know who they is.
Name them names, please. The names need to be named.
They know who they is.
The Mexican monster.
Mexican monster.
Canelo.
Bro, I was like, oh my God. Mike broke that out of nowhere, man. Look here, man. Okay, here we go. These are the commandments that we have over here, man. The 16 commandments, of New Media Today USA Boxing, man. The boxing gods. These are the commandments that we go by, man, over here, man. We try our best to strive to stick to these commandments. You see what I'm saying? We try our best to strive to stick to these commandments because these commandments keep us in check. Sometimes some people may get, fall off the wagon, and that's fine. If you fall off the wagon, pick yourself back up and look at it. As a matter of fact, let me copy him, because I gotta put it back up to the top. Now this is the problem that I've been seeing now. Me, Bless 365, I think Misfit was there, Lady Shan, Lisa Bells, Thomas Jones, Huggy Bear, Diallo Huggy, Halim. It was a lot of people in this in the chat now. Karma Serene was there. All of us we put this list together at a fight, watching a fight party over here. We put this list together, right? I came up with like 4 of them, 4 or 5 or something like that. Anyway, this is the 16 commandments of the boxing gods of New Media Today USA Boxing, right? This is what we strive to go by. For commandment number 1, thou shalt not fanboyeth for any fighter. Fanboy is not good, because what happens is when you're a fanboy, you love your fighter so much to a default, and then you get caught up in confirmation bias. And then you go to attacking people online and talking about you going to pull up and I better not see you at a fight and all that stuff there, right? That's what they try to do online, right? Commandment number 2, thou shalt not deride for a promotional company or a promoter. If I see you online talking about, yeah, man, the PBC is the place to be. Y'all can see, you're down with OPP. And if you ain't signed to the PBC or Top Rank or Matchroom, then guess what? You ain't doing nothing. You're a cool Uncle Tom sellout. We don't do that for promotional companies. Commandment number 3, there should not be a manager or promoter of any fighter. We see a lot of that going online. 2-figure niggas online arguing and debating about Terrence Crawford need to sign the contract. He need to take 80-20, 70-30, or 60-40. Or wait a minute, man. He need to, what he need to do, he need to take them $1 million that Al Heyman is giving him and then bet on himself and see can he get the rest of the money on the back end. You doing all this managing and promoting. We don't do that. That's not our job, right? Commandment number 4, thou shalt not pocket watch a fighter's money. Whole lot of pocket watching. Oh, my fighter got paid. My fighter got paid $1.5 on paper, but on the back end, he made another $8-9 million. Your fighter ain't making that. Look here, man, we ain't doing none of that. We ain't doing no pocket watching, dog. Fact of the matter is, you don't even know what the hell you're talking about. We don't do no pocket watching. Let's continue. 2-figure niggas on top of that. Commandment number 5, thou shalt not talk boxing without facts. If you talk boxing without facts, something is wrong. And if you make a mistake, like I do oftentimes, I make mistakes all the time, I go back and correct the record. If you make a mistake in public, you have to correct the record in public. But all of this emotional stuff, if you ain't got no goddamn facts, we can't be talking boxing without facts. You know what I mean? Commandment number 6, thou shalt not get too emotionally invested in a particular fighter. If you get too emotionally invested in a particular fighter, that means that this is the classic definition of a fanboy. Commandment number 7, thou shalt not criticize a fighter for cherry picking when your favorite fighter is cherry picking. He ain't fighting nobody. He ain't doing nothing but picking cherries, while ignoring the fact that the fighter that you're capping for ain't fighting nobody and he ain't doing nothing but picking cherries. The irony in that. The double standard in that. Commandment number 8, thou shalt not condone any elite fighter for ducking another fighter. Jermall Charlo and other fighters. Commandment number 9, thou shalt not speak at the back end money. Because the people who talk about back end money, they don't know what the hell it is. Commandment number 10, thou shalt not tweet shit on Twitter for your favorite fighter. Whole lot of that going on Twitter. Twitter is very brutal. Trust me. If you're not on, trust me. Commandment number 11, thou shalt not threaten people on YouTube if they disagree with you. A lot of you in this chat have been threatened on YouTube. Oh, you've been threatened. People say they were going to shoot you. They say they're going to beat you up. They see you at the fights. They say they're going to come into your city. They say if you ever come to their city, they're going to do A, B, C, and D. There's a YouTube channel, not going to say his name. That's all he does is threaten people online. YouTube channel. Come to Chicago. Come to Chicago. Come to Chicago. Hispanic dude. That's all he talk about doing. 50 years old. He's a 50-year-old amateur. He got an amateur record of 0 and 89. 50 years old. Still talking about he's a boxer. I ain't gonna say no names. Throwing shade without throwing shade. Anyways, let's continue. Nigga, you 50 years old, still hollering about you boxing. Shout out to Bless you 365 for inspiring me to read the commandments again. Commandment number 12, thou shalt not speak of undisputed if your favorite fighter has the French fries belt, aka better known as the franchise belt. Now, this was here because some fighters had the French fries belt without having the real WBC belt. Devin Haney has a French fries belt now, but he has the real WBC belt too. So he would be an exception to this. This was only people who only had the French fries belt, but did not have the regular championship belt. That's who this was for. Commandment number 13, thou should only have permission to be a fanboy of an old school fighter. This is the only exception to the rules. Examples are Muhammad Ali, Sugar Ray Robinson, Marvelous Marvin Hagler, Sugar Ray Leonard, the great Salvador Sanchez, Julio Cesar Chavez, Azuma Nelson, Wilfredo Gomez, Wilfredo Benitez, Ron Lyle, Ernie Shavers, etc., etc., etc. Commandment number 14, thou shalt not race bait to push a personal narrative or agenda. This goes on a lot on YouTube from black channels, Hispanic channels, and white channels alike. This goes on. I know one right now. Start with 3 letters. I ain't gonna say no more. Shout out to Bless for inspiring me to read the commandments. Commandment number 15, thou shalt not have a victimhood mentality and play the race card when you don't get your way. Quite a few of those channels do that, some of them. Commandment number 16, thou shalt not violate any of the commandments under no circumstances. These are the commandments that all of our subscribers must follow in order to be a subscriber of this channel. And let's go ahead and take it back to the top. Let me go ahead and take it back to the top. So we the only boxing community for all of those who are new to this channel, New Media Today USA Boxing, and we are the only boxing community that have commandments. There's no boxing community online that has commandments. We're the only ones. The ones who've been around for years, they don't have them. We have them. And the ones who've been around for years, a lot of them are not even qualified to have commandments because they will be breaking them every day. Some of these channels are fanboy channels of certain promotional companies that has three-letter acronyms in certain fighters. Just call it the way we see it. Let's give everybody a round of applause. Yeah, man, blessed helped come up with those commandments. Karma Serene, Misfit, Deborah Booker was there, Lady Shan was there, Lisa Bales was there. I think Knockdown 305 was there. Thomas Jones was there. Yeah, man. Yeah, we put all that together ourselves. We put all that together ourselves. Yes, sir, we did that. Yes, sir, buddy. We did that. We did that, right? Hey, we did it at the spur of the moment. You know, I think I was on some good green. I was on some of that good green, too. I was on some of that good green, and we were just talking about these fanboys and what we didn't like, what we like and didn't like, and we came up with it. You know, some fall off the wagon every now and then. We got to repent. And we came up with Church Sundays. Reverend Abenaki, I got to bring Reverend Abenaki back, too. Hey, Richard, what you say, fam? He said, damn, coach, I have enough trouble with God's 10. Oh, you talking about you got enough trouble with number 10? Hey, but you know, we try. You know what I mean? We the only ones. We the only ones. Hey, Al, what you say, fam? He said, coach, he said that belt garbage. Oh, he talking about Edgar Berlanga garbage. PLD garbage. Well, I tell you, boy. Hey, listen, man, but I just want to let you know, Edgar Berlanga got a belt, dog. He got a belt. You see what I'm saying? So he is a champion. He's a champion in his own right. Hell of a fighter, hell of a fighter, hell of a fighter. He's a champion in his own right. He's a champion in his own right. He's a hell of a fighter. You know what I mean? Like I said before. Hey, listen, I was laughing, right? Because we were talking about, you know, if it's, you know, remember what I was saying that if you try to get Floyd, you know, we want you to negotiate this contract. You know what I mean? And Floyd, what is your favorite? Tell me, what's your, out of the English language, what is your favorite word? If you could pick one word, what's your favorite word in the English language? Shout out to it's my favorite. It's my favorite. By far. Shout out to Ron Barfresh. Shout out to Dantes. Shout out to Chickarelli. Shout out to Damian Bennett. Shout out to the Queen Little Green Eyes P. Shout out to Charlo. Shout out to Ahmed. What's happening, bro? Shout out to Thomas Jones. Shout out to the Queen Fistiana Fights. Shout out to the Queen Misfit. Shout out to my brother Retro Boss in the documentaries. Shout out to Schoolo X-Mon. Shout out to Mark Nash. What's happening? Shout out to Rider of the Storm. Shout out to Philly Fly So Fly. Shout out to the Queen Bless 365. Shout out to A. Sneed. Shout out to Dr. Paul Evans, the good doctor. Shout out to Ava as well. Shout out to the Queen Arlette. Arlette so messy, boy. Arlette want all the smoke. Arlette, we almost there, Arlette. We almost there. Y'all gotta roll with me now. Shout out to the Queen Lisa Bales. Shout out to my brother Smith and West from Detroit. Shout out to Punch Perfect Boxing. Shout out to Knockdown 305. Shout out to Adrian Big Daddy. Shout out to Here to There. Shout out to True Gritter 402, my main man. Shout out to Malcolm Roach from Houston, Texas. Shout out to Hell Hero Elite. Shout out to Jay Rodriguez. Shout out to Fola Bond. Shout out to Philo 58. Shout out to Dean West. What's happening, bro? Shout out to Jim 82. Shout out to Will Sargison. Shout out to Miguel Charlo. Shout out to the Queen Karma Serene. Shout out to Kathy W. Shout out to Troy Graham in the building. Shout out to Big Ron Finkley from Vermont. Shout out to my main man Bush the Kid Man Cassidy. Shout out to Ralph Reacts. What's happening, bro? Shout out to MFB with the Lick Reed. Shout out to Bernard Burton. What's happening? Shout out to Juan Carrillo, what's going on? Shout out to Magic Key Boxing from the O. Shout out to Big Hulk from Maryland. Shout out to Manny Dociento Inueve. Shout out to Deborah Booker. Shout out to W Right Side, what's going on, fam? Shout out to Just a Fan. Shout out to Lady Shane. Shout out to Drumming for Life. Shout out to Javon Soto. Shout out to Candy Slim 501. Shout out to Boxing Nerd 101. Shout out to Eric Pack with the Lick Reed. Shout out to Manny T, what's going on, fam? Shout out to Flex BX, what's going on, bro? Shout out to Old Daddy Boxing, Old Daddy. Shout out to Jesus Luna. Shout out to Frank the Tank with the Big Bang. Shout out to Ricky Ricardo from San Antonio, yo. Shout out to Al Money, who got a whole lot of money, Shout out to the son, what's going on, fam? Shout out to hashtag BWON Dub. Shout out to BWG Fiend, what's going on, fam? Shout out to Swift 718. Shout out to Get Touched Up Boxing, touch them on up, baby boy. Shout out to Oscar, what's going on, fam? Oscar, what that lick read, man? Yes, sir, it is what it is, man. You know we gotta make it do what it do. We gotta make it do what it do. And guess what, man? I want to sing you guys a little lullaby for all you whippersnappers out there. This is for you.
Man, who this little young whippersnapper running all up into my combo? Look at you. You're all wet behind your ears. Breath smelling like Similac. Man, you better go on home before you get your little thick ass tossed up.
It is what it is, man. I ain't gonna lie, dog. They be killing it, boy. Like, bro, they be killing it. Oh, Lord, they be killing it. Hey, man, you know the motto, man. Let me see you guys tomorrow at 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Don't meet me there. Beat me there. Peace.
Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go.